let me paint the picture of what my day was today. It's a great day. Breezy day, 83, beautiful day, hardly a cloud in the sky. It's a great day, you know? One of those days you just look up and you're like, damn, it's good to be alive. And you're driving around, you're getting all my work done, everyone's good shape. I'm going to my last call for the day. I'm on it's like a 6-lane highway. It's like a major highway in our town. Heading toward the job. I got a little extra time. I'm taking my time. Well, I passed this schmuck in like a nice GLK, a really nice, like those crossover SUVs Mercedes makes, those little ones.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his blinker on, flashing left. I'm like, this mother. All right. I whiz around him in my truck, and my truck weighs like 15,000 pounds. It's not exactly fast. So I whiz around him and I keep moving. Fast forward 4 to 5 lights later, the guy pulls in front of me at a stoplight. And I'm like, all right, whatever, man. So I'm like half a car length behind him. And this is a pristine, if it's a year old, it's not brand new. Pristine silver GLK Mercedes, beautiful car, truck, whatever the hell it's called, SUV. And I'm sitting there looking at my call sheets, looking at all I got done today. And I look up and the car's rolling backwards toward my truck. And I'm like, I'm stuck in traffic. Wall-to-wall traffic. There's nowhere to go. And I'm like, hello? Hello? What's going on? Until he finally, 1 mile an hour rolling backwards, because it was a gradual slope up. It wasn't really it was pretty flat. Everything in Florida is flat. But it was just like a 1 mile an hour roll backwards. He didn't have his brakes on. He didn't have his reverse lights on, anything. And he kisses my truck. I'm like, okay. I mean, right, like 4 inches before he hit me, I'm like, well, this is going to happen.
This is happening.
So he kisses my truck at 1 mile an hour and immediately gets out of the car like incredulous, like, how dare you? You hit me. How dare you? You hit me. You hit my ass. And this guy, okay, he's got a veteran's tag. He must be 80 years old, gentleman. And he's deaf. He's got a Marine cap on. I mean, he's certainly a veteran. And he's walking out all confused, like, well, what are you going to do? I said, sir, you backed up into me. I said, do you want me to call the police? He goes, yes. I said, okay. I dialed 911, called the police. Oh, 6 lanes of traffic. I'm on the far right. Thank goodness. I'm on the far right lane. Cars are flying by me at full speed. I'm like, I'm going to die here because this guy's pinned to my truck. He will not move his car. I'm pinned, his car and mine, and I'm not going anywhere. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to sit in my truck here and hope to God someone isn't texting when they fly and ram into me at 55 miles an hour. Right. So I'm just sitting here. I call 911. I tell nobody's hurt. And I say, there's no damage or anything. It's nothing really big deal. They said, are you blocking traffic? I said, yes. He will not move his car to the side. Second, okay. 20 minutes later, 2 fire trucks blocking, I would say 4 of the 6 lanes are all blocked off. They got cones everywhere. There must be 20 firefighters there, all with safety vests on. And oh, by the way, I got pics. Next week, I'll put these in the show feedback. I'll post some pics. I'm just beside myself. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So they're all, the guys walk up. You all right? I said, yeah, I'm fine. And they go and talk to the old guy. The cop isn't even there yet. And he says his neck and back are hurting bad because I slammed into him so hard.
Oh my God.
I'm like, this is not happening, man. This is not what I need on a Friday afternoon. It's not what I need. Okay, the cop finally gets there. He's a local cop for our city. He gets there and he's like, all right, so what's going on here? I said, I'm sitting in traffic. The guy literally rolled backwards and kissed my truck. And so he goes, okay, all right, let me get your information. He goes and said, let me talk to him. Let me get both sides of the story here. He goes up front there and he comes back and says, well, he says that you slammed into him very hard and he is requiring assistance and needs to go to the hospital. I'm like, I said, okay, well, if he wants to go to the hospital, I have no objections. Let him go to the hospital. The ambulance shows up. They got him on a gurney. Oh, I kid you not. They got him on a gurney and a full head, crate, whatever they put around your head if you have neck problems. And they're literally, I couldn't even look at the guy. He's walking by. They're pushing him by to the ambulance and I'm not even looking. I'm like, I cannot see this bullshit. Only in Florida, dude. Anyway, The guy says that I slammed into him. The cop says, well, can you move your car forward so we can see if there's any damage? He can't start his car. So what happened apparently is his car just stalled. I bet you his battery died, because when batteries die in these new cars, they just die. And I think what happens is the car died and it just started rolling backwards. He didn't have his foot on the brake. You know, even an automatic transmission, you turn the engine off, it starts to slide back. And I think that's what happened. But anyway, he swears there's a ton of damage and I slammed into him. And the cop comes on to me and says, sir, can you just back your truck up a few feet? I'm like, absolutely. I back up the truck and they're looking everywhere. There's not even a scratch on this car. I mean, it's a beautiful silver car. And they pull him out of the car before he gets in the gurney and all this happens. They pull him out and there's like 4 guys pointing at his car going, sir, there's no damage to your car. And anyway, long story short, he's going to the hospital. I'm sitting in my vehicle going, did I just get scammed? This 80-year-old guy can't be scamming me. I think what happened is that they found out he just got released from the hospital for what I do not know. And either he couldn't afford his hospital bill and is looking for money, or he's just half out. The police officer, when he talked to me, he said, well, he knew who he was. He had cognition. He knew how old he was, date of birth and everything. He knew where he was, but then he kept going back to the accident and we kept losing him. He kept fading in and out of different instances. Say like, between me and you, man, this guy shouldn't be driving on the road. I said, well, how's my insurance company going to see this? You know, so that's what I'm thinking about is it's a no fault state, which means the insurance companies just pay it and they just ding you. So I'm waiting for that call to come the next week, I'm sure. But,
was there any actual damage? Like, is there anything to pay for?
There was nothing. I took pictures of my truck and his. There wasn't even a scratch. And the police officer, the paramedics, everybody had to push his car up a block and then off into a parking lot. And I just sat there. I'm like, I'm not pushing that damn car. They can push it. And I said, sorry, guys. I'm so sorry I'm wasting your Friday here. But the guy would not move his car and he insisted I call the police. So the police officer that was there I never signed a report or anything. He just gave me my credentials back and said, yeah, you're free to go, man. Only in Florida does this ever happen.
Florida man strikes again.
Florida man.
Rat bastard.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for spending your time with us today. Welcome to episode 193 of Guardian Downcast, a Destiny podcast. Hey, if you love to play the game Destiny 2, you've come to the right place. We're a couple of gamer dads that have played Destiny since that day one release back in 2014, and we're just as passionate about it today as we were back then. We discuss key topics and news within the gaming community so you can be in the loop. And we not only seek the stories of Destiny content creators, but we're a podcast that gives a voice to the stories of our Destiny community members. And in this game, that's what it's all about, right? We're the show that asks, so how difficult do you think Destiny 2 Lightfall is? I was waiting for Hazel to say something.
I'm biting my tongue.
I know you are. I know.
I'm not going to say it.
Okay, I'll wait for later. Hold it for later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your host, Todd the Gator, and my co-host Hazel is here as well. Hey man, how you been?
It's been a good week. It has been, really. Got beat up on in physical therapy. That was a glorious thing.
This was your knee, right?
Yeah.
For your knee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm just doing the work thing, just living, man. Just doing a bunch of shit.
Yeah, man. I hear you, man. So, uneventful weeks are perfect. It means there's no drama. I love it.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
So what about you?
Pretty uneventful. Nothing really interesting happened this week. Just pretty boring week for me. Not really anything. Yeah. No, I mean, it's been a good week. The weather's been great here in Florida. I'm biting my tongue because I know the hot stuff's on its way. It's just a matter of time. Maybe a month we have left, and then it'll be hell on earth again for summer. We'll get summer early again. So, but we have a brand new guest of the show tonight. He's been a community member for quite a while now, a Patreon supporter, and don't cross him with a bow in the Crucible. Trust me on this. Trust me. All I know is whenever we have community scrims or putting a raid group together or whatever else is going on in the community, I always see him participating. And I really want to know about this guy. Welcome to the show, MC Squared. How you doing, man?
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'm doing great. So, yeah, excited to be here. Excited to be on the show.
Good deal. Well, here's what we have lined up for tonight. We're going to hear MC Squared's story and his journey in Destiny. Then we're going to test his Twitch reflexes in our new and even further improved Fast Fire segment we call the Speed Run. Hazel's going to go over this week at Bungie for the 5th week of Season of Defiance, which I'm sure he'll have some opinions on as well. Then we're going to answer your questions from our SpeakPipe voicemails and our Discord. We're adding some music to our show playlist as well. So another jam-packed show. Uncle Scumdeath is back tonight with another Scumdeath's Corner. All right, let's roll. Hey, thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or you can find us on our Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what picks our weekly guests want to share with you. Or, you know what? Just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com for all of our contact information and where else you can find us to play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Man, don't or me. Hey, Guardians, while you're at it, follow our Guardian Downcast show playlist. We have it on Spotify and Apple Music. We post these links in our show description every week. So check us out. And later, Guardian.
Toddles.
Oh, come on, man. Not the Toddles again.
What's wrong with the Toddles?
Nothing, I guess.
Yeah, if you don't like it, you can always edit it out.
Yeah, I'll edit it. Okay. So, Mr. MC Squared, I think you mentioned this earlier to me, but where are you from and what do you do to pay the bills, man?
So, I live in Texas, DFW area.
Okay.
So I'm originally from Oklahoma. My family all still lives there. To pay the bills, I am an engineer, and I work in the defense aerospace business. So right now I'm working for a helicopter company. That's really about as specific as I can get.
That's fine.
But there are two kind of premier American helicopter companies, and I work for one of them. Fortunately, they both have offices in Texas. So,
okay,
that doesn't narrow it down.
Put 2 and 2 together. Really yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. So you may be working on a new Blackhawk. I got it. That's all right. You don't have to tell me. All right, cool. Cool deal, man.
No, I was thinking the Apache.
Oh, that would be good too.
I know, right?
Those things are scary to look at. Have you ever seen one fly over you? Damn, they're scary.
No comment.
Oh man, see, we tried, Hazel. We tried, man.
No, it's actually what it is what was it? The fucking show from the 80s.
Magnum PI? You talking about the little the island hopper?
No.
Hazel is obviously talking about Airwolf once again.
Airwolf, yes, exactly.
No comment.
Oh, yes.
Now I have that theme song stuck in my head. I'm going to have to add that to the playlist tonight.
You know, that you say that, I guess there are 3 premier American helicopter companies. Anyway, so flip a 3-sided quarter, I guess.
There you go.
Nice. What was your earliest video game moment or memory that you have?
When I was a kid, my dad had an original Nintendo, and he would play Mario 2. So I'm 2 years old watching my dad play Mario 2. And I don't know, maybe that may date me. So there's that. So I played some original Nintendo. I played some Super Nintendo. Played some N64. Yeah. So that's what we did. My first, my first hit on the crack pipe was, Mech Warrior. So I was a pretty hardcore Mech Warrior 4 player, back when I was in middle school and high school. So got pretty deep in a community in that. I jumped over to Halo, played a bunch of Halo in college, and, we all know where Halo leads to. So here we are.
Yeah, just a little bit there. So, did you play? Okay, I got it now. So, did you play Halo with like the PvP aspect of it?
Really, not a lot. So mostly, I just played Halo campaign. When I was in college, you could basically it was kind of like having Xbox Live, but it was just playing through the network router. So we'd do a little bit of that. We'd have LAN parties and that sort of thing back when that was, the cool thing to do. Everybody, bring a TV and bring your Xbox. And, actually there was a pool table that, one of my friends had. And so there'd be like 16 of us crowded around this pool table all playing Halo.
All these monitors everywhere. Oh my
yeah,
God.
right. Yeah.
Those things weren't light either.
My 27-inch, CRT.
Oh, those things were like boat anchors. Holy cow.
Yeah,
That's how you had to lift weights, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So you got
Get some squats in. Yeah.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
And that's how you found Destiny, I guess, and that kind of thing. I mean,
kind of.
Sort of?
I had a buddy at work, actually multiple buddies at work. They were like, "Hey, have you ever tried Destiny?" No, but so I'm a taken tot, like Gator said, or like Gator likes to say. I didn't start from the beginning, but what was that? I guess that's year 2. So anyway, they said, "Hey, have you ever thought about playing Destiny?" I was like, "Destiny, what's that?" It's by Bungie. The Halo guy's cool. It's like, okay, well, what class am I supposed to be? They said, well, Titan's the Master Chief class. I said, okay, that's the one I want. And here we are.
You didn't want the space,
awesome.
the space ninja? You didn't want the space warlock?
Confession time, I suppose. I started a warlock in D1.
All right.
And I proceeded to jump off everything in the game and said, nope, I don't think this is for me.
Warlock jump, damn it.
Warlock jump claims another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we have a question about that, actually.
Oh, okay. What, I'm just curious, what is it that you're enjoying right now in Lightfall? I mean, what's really got you focused right now? What's your main activities that you're doing right now in Lightfall?
So I'm primarily a PvP guy.
Okay.
I like playing through the story, or I guess maybe I'm a story focused guy and a PvP focused guy. So, once I'm done with the story, man, it's PvP time. So I think the Crucible's in a kind of remarkably balanced state, which is not normal. So that's been neat.
What? You don't mean you don't have a Forerunner? Or you mean you have a Forerunner? Oh, no, Immortal, sorry.
The Immortal, yeah.
Immortal.
Well,
I keep thinking
that's a good point.
I keep thinking of the other one. That's the one I have.
Stay in pulse rifle range and bow range, kids. Don't get up close.
Yeah, don't play
get in that
PC
wonky.
players. No.
Yeah, no kidding, man. So I was playing with the Blueberry Lounge guys earlier. Shout out to Native Raider and Sweaty Spooks and Moira. I was playing with Moira. Wow. Yeah, no kidding. So, I've been on console most of this time playing against the PC players. The good PC players is eye-opening.
Yeah, it is. It's a different game. Yeah, it's definitely a different game. When there's PC players in our lobbies, like in Iron Banner, it's just a different game, man.
It really is.
The key when I know I'm playing on controller against PC players, mouse and keyboard, the key if you're a console player, at least in my opinion, just keep your distance. Because up close, you're going to lose almost 9 times out of 10 because they can just whip around with their mouse, and you're in quicksand with your controller. Even at a high sensitivity, it's still not as fast as mouse and keyboard can whip around.
Yeah, I totally agree. And so I was not expecting that to be the case. And technical taught me the error of my ways early on in scrims. Because I was thinking, they're going to be better at aiming at range, but turns out we got more aim assist. So we just want to stay at range because those PC guys can push like 6 buttons at the same time.
Oh my God.
I have no idea what happened. All I know is I'm dead.
Worst thing can ever happen is to have aggressive, like SMG shotgun players coming at you on PC. It's just a miserable time, man.
Yeah.
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 My sidearm was like, my sidearm, you know how your gun just kind of droops like, that's what my sidearm was. My sidearm was like, no, I ain't having it. No, these guys, no, it's not working. I'm like, boom, dead. Anyway, yeah, no sound effects. Sorry. But yeah, so you played the campaign? Did you play on Legend or? I
did. I played Legendary. So I did, actually I haven't played it on normal, to be honest with you. But I did that in Witch Queen as well. So, I really enjoyed the legendary campaign. So I actually really like the D1 sandbox, and I like how it's kind of brutal and punishing, and maybe like there's an aura of despair around the whole thing. And I'm not sure D2. I mean, that's not correct. D2 definitely did not have that, at the beginning, and I feel like we're getting there. We're getting closer to a D1 game, and I personally kind of like that.
How so? Not put you on the spot. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Legendary campaign is freaking hard.
It is fun, isn't it fun?
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. So like, I'm going through all of these missions. Like, wow, that's the hardest mission in D2 I've ever played. And like, it was just like that for every subsequent mission. Like, it was the 7 most difficult missions, that I've ever played in D2. And I really like that, culminating in the big boss fight. I don't know where we are in spoilers.
At the end, yeah, we're past that now. We all know we fight Callus at the end. Well, let me ask you this. I know, Hazel, you got a question drawn up. After the tormentors stomped you and squeezed the life out of you in one of those campaign missions, were you like, okay, I want to do it again. Let's do it again. Did you have that feeling, man?
I did. That
awesome.
One where the you get trapped in the room with the 2. It's like, whew.
Yes.
Squeeze this chair cushion in my butthole. Like,
that's the one where Gator hid under the stairs.
No, actually, I was running. Actually, now, full disclosure, I do. I have a video play of it. I was running around and I actually got caught in these stairs. I'm like, oh crap, I'm dead. And then I noticed that the tormentor on one side of the staircase, he wasn't really shooting at me, but if you get on the other side, he'll whack you. So that's how I found out about that. I was just running for my life and I'm like, oh, look at this. This works. So I got a place I can go if I'm in trouble. Yeah.
Well, I did not do that. I had a recurrent impact, and that's how I made it through.
Nice. That was a fun mission, man.
That was fun. That was an interesting mission. That one was pretty difficult.
You know what's great is I have an alt account that I haven't even touched yet, and I cannot wait to play the campaign mission on solo difficulty again on the legendary. I'm working on that next week. So yeah, God, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. What have you been up to, Gator?
Now, I know we talked last week about me playing a heroic Nightfall, and I was going to play a legend Lost Sector, right?
Mm-hmm. Did you do this before the reset?
No, that's the problem. That's the problem. Once the patch came, because I was going to play it yesterday. I know. Well, actually, I was going to jump in. I was actually on a couple hours before the show, and I was going to go do a legendary Lost Sector. 1830 light, dude. I'm only like 18. Let's look here. I think I'm at 1812 or I'm at 1815. 15 levels below? I don't think so. I mean, I could probably have done it, but I had my wife cook him dinner and I was like, I'll be here at least 40 minutes probably getting through this thing. So I backed out and I decided I would just try it another time this week. But, no, my main thing has been, Iron Banner, man. Iron Banner was me last week. I played so many games of Iron Banner. I think I played every night except, of course, the night we podcast. But, then first of the week, it was, I did my comp rounds to get my placement, I guess, for comp and, gold 3 again. No surprise, but dude, it was sweaty. It was so sweaty, and I was playing on console this time. I thought it'd be a lot easier because we played with Fluffy last time, and he's on PC, and Jeff and I, Warcry, we're both on console. And I thought, man, we're going to be, me and Jeff are going to play on console tonight? No problem. We'll pick up a third will fill in, and you can ask Jeff, I was in rare salty form that night. It was like, if I see another Immortal Adept, I'm just going to go crazy, man. And it was just all run and gun at you with the Immortal Adept and a shotgun to swap to if you didn't kill him. It was so frustrating. But, yeah, that's pretty much been my week so far. I'm going to be raiding with Mr. Monkey again tomorrow. We're going to raid the new Ron raid, the Root of Nightmares. And, it's just going to be his first completion. So I'm looking forward to that. Mick Kingsley will be there with us to help Sherpa through too. So, looking forward to that. But no, that's me in a nutshell. What about you, man? What have you been doing this week?
Not too much, really. I did the story.
Uh-huh.
I was fully anticipating to see
yes,
see Crow go ham.
Yes.
And just like, like have like war paint on his face and just like completely waging war against some unknown person and this kind of thing. Spoiler alert. That sure as shit didn't happen.
Yeah, that was a big letdown.
I don't know. I'm hopeful that we're going to have the buddy comedy next season. So? It's going to be like Crow and you and the, flying around on sparrows, like shooting shit back and forth to each other. Like, well, come on, old man. Things like this.
They did get some closure. I mean, at the very last thing, Mara Sav was talking to her once brother and said, listen, dude, you need to chill. And he's like, okay, I'll try. I was like, okay, I guess that's the season. That's a wrap, guys. That was it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I played the story too. I forgot to mention that. But, I mean, I think the morning of Zavala mourning in the gravesite and stuff, I think that could have happened last week, but
I don't know. Well. I mean, I think it worked well for what they were doing,
Okay.
I mean, I wonder if they're waiting for everyone to catch up to the story. Like, I feel like that can't be the end,
That's what I was thinking. That can't be the end of the season, right?
Yeah, there's no way. There's got to be some.
Well,
they've built this whole Crow revenge thing up too
RNG
far.
Gator did mention that there's one thing still to listen to and at the farm, so maybe an epilogue, maybe a little short one. I don't know.
I feel like we're gonna have to go save Crow. Sorry, Gator.
Okay.
Gator's gonna be like, "Is it optional?"
I know.
Wait a minute. Do I have an option to push him off the cliff, or do I have to grab him off the cliff? Can I push him off the cliff? No. Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna force you to be a good person, Gator.
I don't want to be. What else? What else you been doing, Hazel?
Oh, jeez.
I'm not gonna start.
But yeah, I mean, just that. I did Iron Banner last week. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Excalibur. Just the usual stuff, man. Mm-hmm. Just the usual stuff.
What do you think of Iron Banner? Did you have a good experience? Do you play solo or the group?
I did both. So I did solo. Okay. Mm-hmm. I got my 2.0 KD, nice. KDA. I enjoyed the shit out of that. And then I joined a group and my KDA went to shit.
Really?
Yeah. Because, it paired me with 6 stacks.
Yeah. Full 6. Yeah.
Yeah. And their 6 stacks were better than our 6 stacks. Sorry, Priceless, Hammer, Warcry.
I have heard that 6 stack is sweaty.
It is.
No, it's not really sweaty. It's just sort of like they just have you over a barrel and then they just steamroll you.
Well, it's either that or you're steamrolling the other team. There never seems to be a happy medium on 6 stacks. At least that was my experience. And I played on a lot of 6s this week. That's
interesting. I guess the pool must be really small for 6 stacks.
I don't know, but man, when you saw those fully laden clan 6 stacks, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But right. You know what I found though? Playing in 6 stacks, it was basically 2 trials teams because there's no trials during Iron Banner. It felt like there were 2 groups of 3 that just all joined up together. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 full trials teams that were buddies.
Being a conspiracy theorist.
I am being a conspiracy theorist, but it seemed like they branched off and ran in packs of 3, and they just annihilated us when we had those games. But
no, I just think they're just a clan that,
could be
knows what the hell they're
PvP
doing.
Clan. Yeah. What about you, MC? How did you do Iron Banner?
Yeah, so I got 2 resets of Iron Banner in, which I think they adjusted the stuff because that went way quicker. I remember Hazel being a little upset about the shader.
Well, actually, it was a brand new shader. It wasn't the one I thought. The chainmail shader actually fell in game. You know how I know that?
Yeah.
Because the character I was playing with didn't have it yet, and it fell after a game. It was an in-game drop.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And that was so many hours that I wasted of my life to get that stupid thing last season.
But you got it first.
I did.
I'm trying to make you feel better.
I'm not even using it.
Yeah,
that's what sucks.
If you have a Warlock, you got to have the chainmail shader. It just looks so good on Warlocks. But
so yeah, I did that. I played, I think, all solo, and you know what? Solo matchmaking, it's working pretty good. Pretty happy with it.
Good.
I did follow instructions. I did do some Legend Lost Sectors before and after the patch, actually.
All right.
And then I ran a Legend Nightfall earlier today. Man,
what do you think?
Legend Lost Sector's freaking hard.
That's what I'm feeling. Before and after, both Both the same?
Yeah. So I ran, today's Friday, right? Yeah, today's Friday. Mm-hmm. So I ran Perdition, which is one of the Europas.
I love that one.
Dude, it is not.
It's not the same Nightfall or the same Lost Sector you remember.
Yeah, it took me I had 3 wipes before I got through it on the fourth try.
Really?
So I really had to dial my gear in.
Wow.
And I'm not sure that's good. Like, I think we got some stuff that, the Destiny sandbox is kind of locking you into using. Like, you're going to have to pull out a Le Monarch. You're going to have to pull out an Arbalest. You're going to have to pull out an Outbreak Prime. That's my personal feelings. I don't particularly like that. I wish we had some stuff that was a little above, average on the sandbox, but
yeah, it's good to have some fallback meat, stuff you can just join in or just farm, not have to sweat too much.
Yeah.
So pre-patch and post-patch, you didn't see any difference?
Well, the Legend Nightfall wasn't too bad. I mean, it was still pretty challenging. I think they're in pretty good shape on that one. But the Legend Lost Sector I went through was pretty stinking difficult. I was trying not to cheese it.
Right.
I was using Lorelei, but I'm a Lorelei guy, so there you go.
Mm-hmm.
But I think basically what I ended up using was what did I end up using? I think I had Galley as my heavy.
Okay.
So nothing too crazy, but yeah.
So you went the radiant path. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Decatur, did you do a Nightfall at all?
I didn't do a Nightfall. I was so busy playing Iron Banner. I know. I failed you.
The Iron Banner ended on Tuesday.
I know. Jeez, what did
I'm just hearing excuses.
I ran the story on Tuesday, and then I've been doing a lot of
that was a long story mission.
Yeah, it wasn't very long at all, but I did a lot of content stuff. I did another podcast this week. It's been every night. It seems like I'm also going through an academy right now for YouTube. So I've been doing that every night instead of gaming. So my gaming's been light this week. That's for sure. But I'm going to try it. I need to get into a heroic, like the base level Nightfall, because that's what I want to see. That's what I asked. I know.
So yeah.
Yeah, every time I had a chance to get on, it was for a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like a content creator, when you jump on, all you're thinking about is, okay, I need to get some footage of this, and this. And you're not even thinking about.
I'm hearing dolphins.
Okay.
Like a respawn rant kind of thing.
Okay.
Like you trying to rationalize this.
Is where you fade me out, fade me back in with music?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Can we do that?
So that's what happened.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I completely didn't doze off there.
All right. Well, I was just curious how everybody's week went.
Yeah. Well, spoiler alert, the heroic stuff is hard. There you go.
They definitely dialed it up a notch.
They did. And then after patch, I can tell a difference in the ads, like the red bars.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely aren't as chonky as they used to be. But
so you did notice a difference after the patch.
Yeah, I definitely noticed a difference. It was certainly, when I say easier, it was easier, but it was still very, very challenging because the yellow bars, you really have to be prepared for those.
Okay.
Pretty much these are like GM lights kind of thing.
All right. We've all played the legendary campaign here, so let's compare it to that. Let's compare a story with the Tormentors versus a heroic base level Nightfall. Same, equal, less, or more difficult?
So I think the heroic level Nightfall is probably substantially easier than the legendary campaign.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. That's interesting. I expected you to agree with that.
You don't agree?
No, I actually thought the legendary campaign was significantly easier than the heroic Nightfall.
Really?
Yeah, because, you see, I ran the Nightfall I'm thinking about is the Battleground. The Mars Battleground.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I did not have the misfortune of playing that. I heard that was rough.
I had my nuts in a vice. It was great.
That last boss is just really tough to move around without dying.
No, it's not even the last boss, man.
It's just all the stuff going to it.
Like everything to it, because you start off and you're going up this ramp or this hill.
Right.
And then you have to capture 3 points.
That's right.
It's just on this super hard difficulty and everything else. And I'm just like, holy hell.
Enemies just keep coming.
Well, yeah, it's not just that, man. It's just that they're hard and they hit hard. So
damn.
Yeah, that's a difficult spot even on normal.
Damn. I got to try this now.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I need to see.
Yeah, you want your hurt me daddy moment.
I'll be the tiebreaker because I played the legendary campaign also solo. So I'll do it and I'll let you know. I'll be the tiebreaker.
So I did Glassway on Legend. I don't think it wasn't too bad, but there were some definite. So 2 guys down and 1 guy had to pop a super to rescue everybody. He's Wishender. Wishender, I think, is a pretty good pick. But once again, I think we're to, things that are substantially out of band. Wishender's, I think, kind of the new Arbalest. So.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, Wishender and Luminarch is, it's not quite cheat codes, but it's...
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Definitely your get out of jail free card.
Luminarch and the Crucible right now is just brutal.
It's rough. So I was actually talking about that with the Blueberry Lounge guys. I was talking to Native. Native's a bow guy too.
Oh, okay.
It's like, man, I just, I will occasionally pull out Luminarch in PvP when I'm like solo queuing or whatever, but I just really don't like using it on my friends. It's
so trolly. I know.
It's really not fun to play against, so I in general don't bring it into scrims. I'll whip it out for a super, cause you can, spoiler alert, you can, out of a Word of Dawn, with Weapons of Light, one headshot with Luminarch, that'll put them down real good, which is kind of broken. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. But yeah, Native agreed. Luminarch, not something you do to your friends. But let me tell you, fellas, when you need to win an Iron Banner match,
there you go.
Put you on some Void Titan.
Saw a lot of that in Iron Banner this last week.
And good with Luminarch, because you can control an entire team.
It definitely puts you on the defensive.
And Luminarch.
Especially if you don't have high recovery, man, it takes forever to get back in the fight.
Just take people right out of the game. They're out of the game for 10, 15 seconds,
Yeah, that's a big
Once again, not something you want to do to your friends, but
sure.
But it's there. It's available.
Well, if you're on my team, you better break it out. I'll help I can get.
I don't know, man.
All right.
Nice.
Let's get back to the interview here. I wanted to make sure we got all these questions in for you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Hazel.
Okay. So, why do you game?
So that's an interesting question. I like that y'all ask everybody that, because I kind of had to think about this for myself. And so what it does for me is it's tough for me to relax if my brain isn't like fully engaged doing something, which I think I'm not sure if that's normal or not, but this gives me something that I need to focus on. And that's one of the ways that I can make all the voices in my head shut up. So and Crucible does that really well, actually. And I'm a pretty competitive guy. So that's one of the other things I like about Crucible is it does give me an outlet for my competitiveness. And you can see yourself, you can see the progress that you're making, which has been pretty valuable. And I credit scrims with a lot of that. I think the scrims you guys put together are awesome. I think that's a lot of good for the community. So encourage everybody to jump into scrims.
Well, see, scrims are light. There's nothing to lose, and people maybe aren't as fearful to jump in and try it. And especially if you're just doing it with friends, it's a lot easier on you if you get killed by a friend. You're like, all right, great. But when it's somebody you don't know and they're teabagging you and you're like, oh man, what is going on? So yeah, I get that. Scrims is a nice entry point for people who don't like to play Crucible.
It's really great. And the matchmaking works well. So
thanks to Monkey.
You guys and Monkey.
Absolutely.
Monkey's got it figured out, man.
He's got it figured out better than Destiny. Better than Bungie has.
That is unfortunately correct. They're getting better. I think there was a lack of creativity in their problem solving, but I think they're getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, so cool. I suppose that's why I game.
Okay, nice. One of my specific questions I always ask are, well, let me start with this one. MC squared. Do you do bounties?
So, the answer is yes, but I don't really understand people that don't do bounties, to be honest with you. Like, you get on the app on your phone, you click the bounties, you go do your thing. Like, I don't even look and see what the bounties are. So I buy them
Nice.
And I don't even look at them if they happen, or if they get completed, they get completed.
Right.
That's where I am. So I guess I'm somewhere in the middle on the bounty spectrum.
And my second part of that is, how did you originally find our community, our little Discord island
That's
here?
Good story. So, Ronan Redlion is one of my real life buddies. And so he led me to you guys. He hooked me up. He said, "Hey, you should listen to these guys." And, what was it? I think it was like 2 Thanksgivings ago.
Okay.
Approximately. Anyway, so I'm like driving to work, and do you guys have is there an insurance agent in the Discord? Sorry, I've forgotten who it was, but I think Gator and this guy were talking about, blowing the roofs off of people's houses with bug bombs.
Bug bombs, yes.
Yeah.
It was like, this seems like my people.
That's great that you remembered that. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's really different. Haven't heard that on a Destiny podcast before.
Yeah, that's some of my pest control business, like industry news. We hear that all the time. People blowing their houses up because they have a gas pilot light in their house and they're using flammable bug bombs,
Yeah. Yeah, I had an unfortunate encounter with bugs several years ago, and yeah, we were bug bombing both me and my wife, now my girlfriend's apartment. We would like do a rotation of bug bombs. That was always the thing, is remember to turn the fridge off. Remember to unplug the fridge.
Oh no. Turn the gas line off. Yep.
Yeah. Kill all the stuff.
That gas builds up, man. Those bug bombs just keep spreading.
It's not what you want.
No. All right, Hazel. I'm satisfied with Jared's answers.
That's funny. So what other games do you play, if any?
So I'll play some random stuff occasionally, when I'm waiting for Destiny to move along, or if I just can't handle it anymore. So I'm playing Cyberpunk right now. I bought Cyberpunk for like $10. I play the Fallouts, I'll go back and play Halo. That's really pretty much it. I really only have time for one main addiction, and that's got to be Destiny,
Destiny-itis.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I approve. And so does Gator.
Of course. Okay. Well, then I will ask you the next question, and that is, you kind of answered this one already. I was going to ask you if you're more of a PvP player or do you prefer PvE, and you've already obviously answered that question, but what is the one thing that you would like to see improved with Destiny 2 in its current state? Just one thing, if you were able to pick one.
I think we gotta knock some of these high spots off of the sandbox, personally, like we were talking about earlier. There's just, and I think the power creep problem becomes really difficult in this particular game, because they want to hand out cool stuff, but I think it's screwing up the game, we need to smooth some of these things out. Le Monarch, both PvP and PvE, I think it needs to come down a little, unfortunately. So I guess, to sum that up, I wish there were more really effective options. I like what they did with the champions. You can stun unstops and overloads with chill clip now, for instance. I think that's great. I think they opened up a lot of options with that. But I still think they have a ways to go.
Okay.
Mr. Square, do you have any other hobbies aside from gaming?
I do. So I've been shooting competitively since I was like 18. So that's the thing that I dip in and out of, pretty frequently. I was pretty hardcore, for quite a few years. I'm a little less hardcore now, but I'm actually going to go shoot a match tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, so that's a thing. I used to main a sport called 3-gun, which is, you shoot rifle, pistol, shotguns. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay. So
that was my question, was like, what do you shoot? So.
Yeah. So I always thought it was, not necessarily or jack of all trades, master of none sort of thing. So, the cool thing about 3-gun was that, you really need to be able to do it all. You need to be able to shoot flying clays. You need to be able to shoot a pistol fast and accurate. You need to be able to hit things at 600 yards. So that kind of appealed to me, being a complete shooter. So I can show up to just about any shooting event, even if I've never been to it, and not make a complete fool of myself. So
very nice.
That's pretty neat.
That's the important thing right there.
Yeah, right. You don't want to look like an idiot, because turns out that's the first rule of 3-gun is you're supposed to look cool.
I have an old buddy from the Call of Duty days that's a professional now. He lives in Arizona now, but he competes heavily. I follow him on Facebook.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that seems like a fun thing to do, especially for
it really is.
He's sponsored and everything. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Arizona is actually like a really big hotspot, especially for pistol sports.
Absolutely. Yeah, he does pistol target, and I don't even pretend to know everything he does, but he does everything, man. Even shotguns and ARs, everything. It's crazy.
Sounds like he's a 3-gunner. I may know this guy.
Yeah, he might be.
Know his name.
I know I'll tell you off air what his name is, but his gamer tag is Army Vet.
Huh.
So,
okay.
Yeah,
let me know.
Yeah, I know. I've actually went fishing. I actually had a boys' weekend with him and some of the other friends from the Call of Duty days. We did like a boys' weekend. So yeah, we know each other pretty well. Good guy.
Yeah, it's a good group of dudes.
It is. Well, of course, I have to ask you, MC Squared, dude, what's behind this gamer tag?
This is such a good story. I'm so happy to get this recorded. So, Gator, I know you have your own business, so you may not have experienced this. Hazel, do you work for a big soulless evil company? Corporation?
Yes, I definitely do. Yeah.
Have you experienced the company-wide reply all?
Oh, yes.
Of course. I think we all have if you've done enough time in one. So it's probably 2015, 2016, something like that. Somehow the distribution list gets screwed up. There's this company-wide reply all thing going on. This is actually at a previous company. Like 15,000 people in this company. Like there's replies coming in from the UK. Like there's like 300 emails piling up. And, we're all in the engineering building just cackling and having a great time. Absolutely zero work is getting done. All right. So when one of these things happens, there's two types of people that reply to the emails. Okay. So there's the people that are genuinely irritated and keep replying all, trying to get everyone else to stop. And then there's the people that are egging those people on and saying, yeah, stop.
Instigators.
So this has gone on for a couple hours, and finally, one of the folks, that's serious about trying to get people to stop says, he pounds out this angry email. He says, everybody stop. And, that comes through. So, one of my buddies, a couple cubes down, he goes, I got $20 for anybody that says hammer time. And, one of my other buddies yells, I got another 20. One of my other buddies says, I got 10. So I said, I'll do it. So, I became known as Hammer Time at that company.
Nice.
So, so like I do that, and like there's a couple more emails go through, but that's like the last major event of the saga. But like after that, I'm getting all these like congratulation emails basically, which was interesting. I get like 100 of them. And the weird thing was there were some people that were like on vacation, some people that were on like short-term and long-term disability. There's people that were on like extended leave of absence. Like I'm getting emails 6 months after the fact.
What?
Because they were logging back in and they were seeing all this go down.
Oh my God.
And they see that this guy replied hammer time, and then the whole thing shuts down. Anyway, so kind of to end this saga, this was at an aerospace company. They would send us out to the hangar, the engineers, to be available for the mechanics.
For questions, right?
Yeah, for questions, which is good. And so I basically did that as many times as I could, because I'd rather sit in the hangar than sit in the office. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting in the hangar. I'm sitting in my cube, and somebody walks past my cube, and I've got kind of a distinctive last name. And so he looks at my name tag, or he's like walking down the aisle, and he like glances at my name tag, and he takes a couple more steps, and then he like does a double take, and he comes back, and he's like looking at me, and, like making strong eye contact. I'm like, oh shit, like, 'cause I've been known to piss some people off, and
especially with your hammer time.
Well, yeah, the weird thing was, like, one guy told me, man, you got to be careful with doing shit about like that. They're like, what are they going to do? Fire me? Like, they're already shorthanded.
The answer is yes. No.
So this guy's looking at me, and I'm like, I don't know this guy. What did I do? And he goes, he looks at my name, he looks at me, and he looks at my name, and he looks at me, and he goes, are you Hammer Time? I said, indeed, sir, I am Hammer Time. So yeah, anyway, for the duration of that employment, like I'd be walking through the hangar, and like once per hangar bay where they park, an individual aircraft, one of the mechanic guys yell, Hammer Time! So
you should have said you were too legit to quit.
That's a good response.
In retrospect.
Unfortunately, that one,
yeah.
In retrospect. So, obviously that's where the MC part comes from.
Nice.
And then I think it's just a wonderful science joke, dad pun sort of thing to be MC squared, in homage to E equals MC squared.
Nice.
So,
nice.
I like
there
it.
we are.
I think that's the best explanation we've gotten, Hazel. That's pretty good.
I'm honored.
That's up there. That's up there. That's for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is the best. I'm sorry for anybody else's story, but come on now.
That's pretty
Sorry,
good.
guys. I told you I was competitive.
I mean,
99% of our stories are like, hey, it's a play on my last name or my first name.
Or Xbox generated it for me and I just kept it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
No offense to some of those out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, nice.
The Gator thinks you suck. No,
don't put words in my mouth. I'm fine with it. We know you, who you are is who you are. Yeah. All right. Next question.
Am I the only guy that made $50 for my gamer tag? I mean, it wasn't specifically
That's true. That is true. Plus you became a company hero, man.
Dude, you were a legend. It was surprising the impact that it made.
That is awesome.
To be honest with
I'm surprised you never heard back from that boss. I'm surprised he never bring you up to his office to just give you a lashing or something.
They were
of the you're fired sort.
Right. I think my boss at that, fortunately, that was my second boss, not my first boss.
Oh, okay.
And I think he just kind of rolled his eyes and kind of chuckled to himself and moved on with his life.
Well, it kind of brought levity, Everyone was all getting irritated and other people were egging him on. So that was perfect. That was a perfect response, actually. Nice.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Glad I asked.
So am I. All right. Mr. Squared, do you have a motto or mantra that you live by, or a couple of them?
Sure. I got a couple. So I got a life specific and a gamer specific. So,
I love this.
The one I like for life is get angry, solve problems. I never had a really good solution to a problem that didn't really piss me off, at first. So worked a couple of projects, got to make some really cool stuff, or, even solving a problem at home. You just, you don't get that fire in you if you're not good and pissed off about something,
Really?
It kind of, I guess maybe the second one, figures into that, but, this is something I picked up from the Crucible radio guys, shout out, pour one out for our homies.
Yeah, pour one out. Absolutely.
Use whatever, don't apologize. Sandbox is the sandbox, kids.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, dude, that's great. Yeah, I like that motto.
Unless it's Lemon Arc.
I might have to use that motto because when you're frustrated or irritated, your mind starts racing for an answer. It's great.
It's prime problem solving time.
Exactly. It is. It really is. All right. Well, I will finish up on my favorite question, and that is, Mr. MC Squared, what is one thing about you that our community might not know about you?
So I'm actually gonna tie this back into the hobby. I was actually, I was classified, shot in the semi-pro class for a little while. So
really,
I did have shooting sponsors at one time. Nothing too crazy, nothing too serious.
You were on your way though, man. That sounds good.
It, yeah, that was a big deal. Local legend sort of thing. I show up to matches and people say, "Oh, wow, haven't seen you in a while." Yeah, yep, that's me.
Nice.
People I don't know me, which is kind of weird.
That imposter syndrome starts to sink in. Like, why are people looking at me?
Right. Who am I? Who am I?
I just shoot guns, man. I just love shooting guns, you know?
I just want to have fun and go home and not talk to anyone.
That's the introvert in us. I get it, man.
It
Let me
is.
shoot my guns and go home.
Big time. Yeah.
Can I just shoot my guns and go home, please? Thank you.
Do I have to talk to you?
Hey, MC Squared, brother. Thanks for sharing your life with us, man. That was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure, you bet, guys. Happy to do it.
All right, Hazel. It's that time, man. What do you think? You think he's up for it? Kingsley's going to be tough to beat this year, man. I don't know. This might be the guy. What do you think?
I don't know. I think if anybody can do it, it's going to be him.
All right. The speed run is next. We'll be right back.
Call the Praxic Order. Call the Thanatonauts, the Jinsen Scribes. Call everyone so they can witness you.
All right, listeners. This segment is called The Speed Run. This is where we have a database of over 600 possible questions for our guest. And Mr. MC Squared here is going to have 2 minutes to answer as many as he can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers. And at the end of the year, the guest with the most answer will win a prize and title of 2023 Speedrun Champion. The questions are custom curated by me, so no one can memorize the order and just, quickly answer what comes to mind. Tonight, I'm going to read out the questions from my list. Hazel is our timekeeper and quality control expert. In the event of a questionable answer, Hazel's decision will be final. And since Kingsley Mack used the pass answer, we will allow 1 pass per attempt. So to make it fair, if there's a question you just are totally hung up on, you can say pass, but you won't get credit for it. Just letting you know.
I see.
All right. Kingsley Mack, as I just spoke, is back as our current leader with 50 questions answered. So you ready to do this, MC?
I'm so ready.
Hazel, 2 minutes on the clock, please.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Titan.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Void, solar, arc, or stasis?
Solar.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Louisiana.
DC or Marvel?
DC.
Bone in or boneless?
Boneless.
Kill clip or rampage?
Kill clip.
Strikes, Crucible, or Gambit?
Crucible.
Are you an AMC Stubbs A-list member?
No.
You Vader or Yoda?
Vader.
If you could choose, who would voice your ghost?
Lance Reddick?
Are you a summer or winter person?
Neither.
Human, awoken, or exo?
Human.
Scout rifle or hand cannon?
Hand cannon.
Is Scumdeath your uncle?
Absolutely.
What's your favorite Destiny planet?
Nessus.
Invisibility or super speed?
Super speed.
Have you ever been to the lighthouse?
No.
What's your best sandwich?
Turkey, Swiss, and cheese.
Are Guardians spoiled, or does Bungie spoil good players?
Pass.
Have you ever been hit by a wooden spoon?
Yes.
Ikora, Cater, Zavala?
Zavala.
Tabasco or Texas Pete?
Tabasco.
What number am I thinking of?
42.
Aldrin or Crow?
Crow.
What's your favorite word?
Fuck.
Destiny 2 seasonal events, yes or no?
No.
What's one thing you would own that needs to be thrown out?
Trash.
What's the worst job you've ever had?
IT.
Resolution or frames?
Frames.
Do you have a tattoo?
No.
Vex or Cabal?
Vex.
Favorite drink?
Mountain Dew.
Half full or half empty?
Half empty.
Vogue or Deep Stone Crypt?
Fog.
Roller coaster or carousel?
Roller coaster.
Can you drive a stick shift?
Yes.
Burgers or burritos?
Burritos.
Do aliens exist?
Yes.
Charcoal or gas grill?
Gas.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Trek.
Is chili soup?
Yes.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Sniper or shotgun?
Sniper.
Destiny 1 or Destiny 2?
D1.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Fashion or function?
Function.
Light or dark?
Time.
Dark.
Oh, I think I know where you're at. Oh, good run, man. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I stumbled on that one. I just added that question this week. Let me just repeat it here. Are Guardians spoiled? Does Bungie spoil the players? I got to reword that one.
That's too long of a damn question.
Yeah, I'll have to figure that one out. That was good use of your pass though, because that was that was a fucked up question.
Yeah, it was a fucked up question.
Well, someone submitted that question last year, and I was trying to work it in. So, all right, Hazel, how do you do, man?
48.
Yeah, that's what I had.
That's pretty good.
That's silver. That's silver, man. That's on the podium.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Well
I have
done.
a feeling that's going to be up there a ways.
Yeah, that was a good shot, man. That was a good try.
Yep.
So they have a neat saying that I like in competitive shooting. So it's you draw on the B of beep.
That's a great idea.
Got to be quick.
I like that. I was trying to even get ahead because I bungled that one question so badly. I actually tried to get ahead on the questions, but all right. Lesson learned. I'll fix that next week. Well, hey, listeners out there, do you have a great speedrun question for our speedrun segment? If that's a yes, join our Discord and add them in our speedrun question ideas channel. And like I said, we'll put them in next year's speedrun. Just remember that they need to be yes or no, 1 or 2 word answers. Either or questions will also be accepted. And the only open questions I really like are what's your favorite? At the end of the year, we're going to have 2 drawings for a $25 gift card of your choice. And you can enter up to 5 questions to go into the drawing. We need to see some more creative questions out there. So I've been seeing them. They've been piling up. So keep at it, guys. Keep adding them in there. I want this thing to blow up huge. So let's hear them. And good luck. Also, if you're enjoying what you've heard so far in our little show and you know someone who plays Destiny, hey, could you do us a favor and share the show with them? All the links will be in our show description right down there in the show notes. All right, Hazel. That means it's time for This Week at Bungie. Hey, Hazel, we need to record another ad, my dude.
Haven't we done enough of these?
Yeah, I know, but we're getting feedback from our community that they're getting old, so come on. Let's just do it real quick.
All right. Do I need to run this by Laz first?
No, we're fine. Hey, everyone. We just wanted to let everyone know that if you're looking for a clan, we have a Destiny 2 clan, and we invite you all to be a part of it.
All we ask is that you join our Discord community and just enjoy playing the game. We will communicate with you there, and you'll also be assigned a special clan role as well, and a channel.
So look for the invite link in our Discord, in our GDC clan channel, or you can click the link right down there below in our show description.
Yep, our Discord community is pretty awesome. And we have hundreds of active, like-minded Destiny 2 gamers in there. Also, we have a special 100.io bot that can put together groups for whatever you want to get done.
So hit that link, join our community at discord.gg/GuardianDowncast. And if you want to be in our clan, just let one of our mods know, and we'll open the door for you.
All right, enough of this shameless plug. That's it. Cut.
Okay, fine. Jeez. Later, Guardian.
Laz?
No, okay, I'm out. All right, Hazel, 5th week of Season of Defiance. What's going on with Bungie this week?
Hey, MC.
What's up?
He believed me when I said 5th.
Shit. Is it 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't do that to me.
So,
Hey, look, I did too. I don't know what week it is. It doesn't
I don't
matter
know
what week
either.
it
I
is.
just guessed.
Yeah.
I think you're right, though. I think you hit it on the money. I think that's why I went with it.
Yeah, you said 5th earlier.
Well, I'm going to look it up while you speak.
Okay, so they start off the TWAB this week with a touching tribute. This is from Hippie, by the way. And it's a touching tribute to Amanda Holliday. Just a quick note. I have a feeling that Amanda Holliday ain't coming back.
No.
I mean, shit, they dedicated like a paragraph and a half to the TWAB to her. So, I mean,
I noticed you had a little hitch in your throat when you said that.
I'm crying on the inside.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, MC? Were you like taken aback by it? Did you expect it?
I was surprised. I was not expecting it. And I didn't pay enough attention to realize that there was a countdown on the panel or whatever. So yeah, it was a big surprise. But like I said, yeah, we're at war with like badass aliens. There ain't nearly enough people died.
Thank you.
To get it back into, D1 terms. So anyway.
Do you remember like in D1, it was actually scary.
D1 was very scary. It was very dark.
Yeah. D2 is like fucking rainbows and butterflies and shit.
It absolutely is. That's one of my biggest gripes. And like I said, I feel like we're getting back. We're getting back.
I think they're going to surprise us at the end.
Here's hoping.
I hope so.
They're going to bring everybody back that died. They're going to be like, look, Cade's back.
We're just kidding.
I hope not. That can't happen. I'm done.
They're going to be like, let's hold hands and we're going to like give our energy to our guardian and do a spirit bomb.
Yeah, my lord. Yeah.
Guys, I won't even be able to play Crucible after that.
Uh-oh. Hammer crasher alert.
Yeah, I saw mine.
Oh my God.
I lost it. I did.
It's not my fault. I like dogs. Did you get that one?
No.
It's
I got the before and after.
He gave me no. I'll send it to you guys. Sorry, I'll edit that out. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So, all right. Back to the TWAB.
Amber, you're bad, man. You're a bad man.
All right. So, time for a difficulty situation. So, Bungie released a patch this past week, and they reduced the enemy hit point scaler in all non-raid and dungeon legend and master activities by 10%, and reduced the co-op enemy hit point scaler in legendary Avalon by 33% in a full fire team. They stated that it was a little higher than where they wanted it to be. So, and then also they made some other changes to the with this patch, and it's reduced Hawthorne's weekly challenge commendations target from 20 to 5.
Wow.
Then they removed the Guardian rank objective that required to give commendations for 7, 8, and 9. But wait, there's more. They further...
Wait. Hang on. We got to talk about this commendation score thing.
Wait. Hold up.
Oh,
okay.
He has more to add.
They further reduced the commendation score requirements for rank 7 to 9. So 7 is now 200, was 460, which used to be like 790 for rank 7, or 750, I think. Rank 8 is 477 now. And then rank 9 is 910, and that was 1290.
So I'm a little salty that I got 460 at rank 7, and now it's 200. Yeah, that's not sure how I feel about this commendation score thing.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. I know exactly how I feel about it.
Tell us.
It's I don't know. I don't really understand what it adds to the game. And I don't know. It seems like a weird thing to tack on to Guardian ranks. Also, praise God, I got out of rank 6 this week. I've been playing D1 since Taken King, guys.
I know.
Why are we all rank 6?
I'm almost out of 6 myself. I got a few more things to do, like play Nightfall.
I'm almost to 8.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the weird thing is, I got out of 6, and now I'm almost to 8. Like I needed like 4 things to get out of 8, or to get out of 7. Excuse me.
That's nice.
You overachiever.
Man, that's my life.
I just want wings, man. I just want wings on my number.
So, what do you guys think about that? The change that they made there?
I support the change. I feel like 460 for rank 7 was a bit high. I ended up getting hung up on getting to 1800 power level, but other than that, like that was kind of my long pole. And it was what? It was like 720 before this? Like,
yeah.
Dude, I'd still be stuck there. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
this is the second time y'all reduced it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think your rank should be tied to or controlled by someone else. That's the thing I don't like about accommodations. And the fact that it's tied in with ranks. Why can't accommodation just sit by itself somewhere? Like, you played a lot of games with other people and there's your accommodation rank or something.
Yeah.
Like a separate number, Why is it tied to showing people how good I am at the game?
Well, and now people are just giving commendations out because
now they're just farming it. Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're just giving them out now because we can. We're like, hey, I know you need this shit because I need this shit. So here, take it.
So
I had so much hopes for this when they talked about it, but it's just.
If I get done with the Crucible game, like I throw, one at the guy that got the top score and one at the guy that got the bottom score, and then we all move on with our lives.
Yep.
How much time do they give you for Crucible? Like 4 seconds?
It's not much. It's not much time.
In
fact, a little tip here, just do your L1 or whatever and scroll to the scoreboard and you can do it directly. There's a little star to the left of their name. Just click and you're done.
Totally agree.
Oh,
don't try to scroll through people. Then you'll definitely be doing it for random. If you go right to the scoreboard, it's like an L1, I think.
I just do random people. I don't know. I don't
like, oh, that's a cool name. Here, you get a rank.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, you were in my 6. Here you go.
Yeah.
Take one.
Oh, I like it. I like that outfit.
No, I don't even look at that because you don't have time to look
You
at that
don't.
shit.
I know you don't. They're extending it, right? They're going to extend it a little bit for us.
Did they say that?
I don't think they said that.
That was in last week's TWAB.
Oh, I missed that.
I actually remember TWABs. Yeah, I know.
Hey,
Imagine that.
good job. I'm so
Imagine
proud
that.
of you.
I know.
Wow, it's amazing.
I only remember stuff that matters.
Yeah,
That matters to me is
There
having a
you
little
go.
extra time.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. The elephant in the room here. So, the hit point scaler by 10%. Come on.
MC?
Sorry, I'm trying to follow along with you. I thought we were on the weapon balance section.
It's before that. It's the
okay.
difficulty part. I just wanted to.
No.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I mean, 10% is kind of a lot. The one that really blows me away is the 33%.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's really a lot.
Yeah.
That's an oops.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just, come on. For real? Like, I mean, don't you remember, like, when did we get that TWAB? Hey, bringing the challenge back?
Wait a minute. What is Legendary Avalon? Am I missing something here?
That's
Oh,
the Vex Caliber. Is that
Oh, the
Excalibur.
Vexcalibur mission. Okay, gotcha.
I mean, so
I did it solo, so I don't know what that means.
Did
The
you do it on
10%.
Legendary?
I can't remember. I've only done it one time.
So that's a no.
Probably not. There's a bitch doing it solo in regular or whatever the first mission was.
I agree.
What were we going to say?
10%
MC?
doesn't bother me too much. So I think we're talking about, no, I guess we're not talking about just red borders or red bars.
Well, it's, yeah. I mean, I think that I think it was mainly for like red bars and orange bars. I think that was, non-boss units there.
Yeah, orange bars,
Gotcha. Yeah, because I saw some yellow bars that were pretty tanky today.
Yeah. Same. I mean, those motherfuckers haven't changed a bit.
Yeah.
So you still have a roadblock before you get into the next room. Still got to get through the champs.
Yeah, but I mean, it still just does not feel good though. I mean,
So wait a minute.
This. I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I mean, come on, man. They put a whole TWAB out about challenge, and then they just do this shit.
Like I said, I had the premonition before they even said anything about it. I just had a feeling they were going to make things harder because of all the power creep they were talking about. I mean, you're passively getting all of these buffs on your seasonal artifact alone. That's a big jump in power creep. You don't have to pick them anymore. Now you just unlock them and they automatically apply whenever you pull the right situation together. That's a lot, man.
Well, it's funny you say that because, okay, now follow me here, okay? Pretend you're Bungie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, guys? Here we go. Let's do this. Let's make the game more challenging.
Sounds good.
Everybody agrees.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yay. Okay. Oh shit. Nobody likes it. Let's reduce the legend and master hit points by 10% for all non-boss units.
Run away.
And then it's like, well, is that going to be enough? Oh shit. You might be right. You know what? Let's increase auto rifle damage by 25%, pulse rifles, hand cannons, and sidearms by 20%, scout rifles by 10%, SMGs and bows. You know what? Let's just leave those be for right now.
I see no problem.
Because those were the only things that worked. It doesn't bother me a ton. I mean, I was pretty happy with the Legend Nightfall that I ran today. It was challenging. It wasn't like I didn't have to gear up and, put my seatbelt on sort of thing. I feel like, Master is going to be a real kick in the pants.
Yeah. Did you get any armor, by the way?
What did I get? I got a buzzard, I think is what I got.
You got a buzzard?
The sidearm.
Okay.
I got a buzzard.
You didn't get any, I think today was gauntlets, exotic gauntlets.
Yeah, I got the point contact cannon brace.
Oh,
thing.
you know what? I did. I got those too. I got the point contact cannon
Did you really?
things. Yeah.
First run? How many times?
Yeah. Well, we're talking about Legend
Nightfall. Sorry. I thought you meant the Lost Sector.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's usually
the Lost Sector.
in the past, Lost Sectors, it usually took 5 to 7 runs for it to drop for me in
Right.
the previous season. So I'm curious what people are seeing now. I heard it was really tough. I just wonder if they've dialed that in any.
I did try an auto rifle in a lost sector before the patch, and it just felt like I was tickling the bad guys.
Yeah.
It was not impressed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So what I said there, like the auto rifles, 25%, pulse rifles, hand cannons, sidearms by 20%, and scouts by 10%. That's going to be part of the mid-season patch.
Oh.
Yeah. So you figure they reduced the hit point scaler on enemies. They're increasing damage across the board on weapons. It's like they're undoing everything that they did.
Well, kind of. It's not full reversal. They're just kind of fine tuning it a little.
But isn't this power creep? Oh, I mean.
Yeah, but this is how they fight back. If it's too difficult, they just start turning the dial on the other end, right? Now they just make all the weapons more powerful.
Yeah, I thought this was effective as of today or last reset.
Yesterday,
no.
the patch drop. Oh,
no.
no.
This patch didn't drop yet.
This is the
preview.
mid-season patch. That's right.
Yeah, I really don't think that auto rifles need another 25% on top of the 10% debuff.
Why not?
Yeah.
I see nothing wrong here. I want to feel powerful. I'm a guardian, damn it.
Hurt me, daddy.
Yeah. You don't need challenge in this game.
I don't mind
whatsoever.
challenge. No, there's places to go if I want challenge.
That's why Ron's out there. So that way you can go ahead and just
very challenging.
Slaughter ads and just be like, hey, I'm contributing.
That reminds me. I wonder what role I'm going to play this Saturday. I think we're going to have Mr. Monkey do the beacons.
Well, he's already done them.
Yeah. So he knows them. So yeah, we're going to try to get him. It'd be nice if we got it done in an hour. That'd be so sweet.
It's probably not going to happen though, man.
Well, we'll see.
The shit's too fucking buggy.
Oh no.
It is. It's buggy.
Oof.
But I mean, I predict maybe like an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay. I'm still good with that. Under 2 hours, I'm happy. That's a lot of time to invest in one activity.
Don't you fucking start.
All right. I'm not going there.
You're doing a raid.
I'm not going there.
Fucking nut up.
No, we're not going there this week. Let's just keep going. So what about fusion rifles? What are they doing to fusion rifles?
I'm just saying, nut up. Okay. If you're doing a raid, like, you should be expecting to do
we
some
both
work.
are on the opposite ends of this argument, and I just don't want to relive it. So
yeah, exactly.
We're not going to
You
find
just wanna,
common ground on this
have
issue.
shit handed to you for.
It's not that. I'm thinking about the person who's
weapon
never done
archetypes.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's look at weapons.
Yeah. So submachine guns. Ikelos is getting a nerf. Now, I absolutely love Ikelos. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. So that's the Ikelos SMG for anyone unaware.
Mm-hmm.
There are other Ikelos weapons, but there's only one that really matters.
There's only one as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. So when this thing came out, and ever since then, apparently, it has the equivalent of Zen Moment at max strength, always active.
Good
Nice.
God.
People are going to be putting that back in their vault after this.
Yeah. I love you, Vicarious Visions.
They
So-
snuck that in, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I forgot about Vicarious Visions.
I miss them. They made some great
Yeah, that
content
came
for
in
Destiny.
with Warmind.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep. So the recoil is now in line with other aggressive frame SMGs, which still isn't much, but still. Okay.
Dude, it shreds in the Crucible, and it did last season before the Immortal.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
got
was
killed by it a few times.
real strong.
Yeah. All right.
There's one problem there's just one gleaming problem with what they're doing to the Ikelos here. If you don't have an Immortal in PvP over the next rest of the season, shit's going to get hard because Immortals are going to be everywhere and there's nothing to stop them now. That's just my opinion, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Range stops it.
I don't know, man. Immortal's not really getting nerfed a whole lot. It really isn't.
The Autumn Wind, man, that's the counter to Ikelos.
I tried against
Or to the Immortal.
You can try. It works good. It's a good rifle. I'm not being down on it, but if they're running at you, hip firing with that rifle, I don't know, man. There's not much counter to it. It's so strong.
Pretty
right
strong.
Now.
It's
so strong. I mean, I got average players thinking they're gods right now, just running at you with it. Just no fear, just running right at you.
Time do they win or do bow gator?
Half and half. I'll trade using a sidearm against them. What I usually do is just blink backwards and just keep creating distance and pegging them with, just hitting him with,
I said that?
Hitting him with a fusion with a pulse rifle. But I use adaptives.
Holy shit.
I use adaptives. They have even better range than your autumn wind.
Wow.
And they're very accurate.
Wow. Wow. It's like somebody said range is the counter to an SMG.
Did you hear that, MC? All I heard was autumn wind.
I just heard arrow to the face and I'm back in a cover, bitch.
That is true. That will stop them.
Yes. Okay. Fusion rifles. Increased burst damage by 15 for PvP. This is for rapid fires.
Mm-hmm. And Eddie needed it. They weren't consistent enough. I quit using fusion rifles seasons ago.
I heard that this is like going to be broken now.
I don't think so.
Like,
I think what they did is maybe a bit strong. I am happy because they nerfed them into the ground.
Man, they are just not consistent. Even Telesto's not even consistent anymore. I tried that in Iron Banner and it was brutal. People run right over your bolts.
Rapids are really terrible.
Yeah, they had too much spread. I mean, it's just they're not focused enough.
Well, once again, we're back to out of band, because
exactly.
I used Xur main ingredient for a long time. I got a firmly planted. Tap the trigger, like, dude, it just, like, it destroys the sandbox.
I am a Zealot's Reward lover, man. It's a rapid fire, 55 impact, and I don't even have the greatest rolls, but this thing was so damn accurate. Even at distances you wouldn't think it would make it, and maybe this will help it. Man, the Garden Raid had so many good weapons. Sorry. Side tangent.
So, hey, I used a new gun today in PvP.
What'd you use?
Congratulations.
I mean, I use a different gun like every week. What'd you use?
I don't. I use the Philotactic Spiral. Philotactic Spiral.
Is that the SMG from Neomuna?
No, the Pulse from Neomuna.
Oh, the long range high impact. I'm looking at it right now.
Dude. It
hits hard.
Fucking hits.
I tried it. It was, it was okay.
I was like 3 bursting people. I'm like, oh my God.
Are you using high impacts in Crucible right now, MC? Have you tried any high impacts?
I do like high impacts, so there's a lot of good. Dang it! I think I shredded all of those. I got a bunch of those to drop today, but I didn't keep any. I guess that's a 390.
No. 390 is the adaptive. These are the
This is 340.
The high impacts.
Oh, 340. Oh, okay. So yeah, I used No Time for a while. I got a messenger that I like. I got what's the new Monarchy one? Whatever that one is. I used that one for a long time.
Legal Action.
Crazy Zoom. There we go.
Legal Action. I was mowing down people running at me with that. I was nice and patient, and I would 3-tap every time.
Dude, it's such a sleeper.
It is such a great rifle. Hey, tip for anyone who loves, if you love to use pulse rifles, listeners, don't knock out the Legal Action. Don't count it out. It is really good. That zoom just really helps you. Sorry, MC.
Yeah. No, you're totally right. I do like high impacts, so you can, like, the goal with a high impact is to 2 burst, but like you basically, there's not an option to not 3 burst somebody. You're at worst, you're going to 3 burst somebody.
But see, here's the thing, MC. I use right next to it. I switched to the messenger. And it just wasn't consistent enough as the legal. The legal, I'm telling you, that zoom. That zoom is just all the difference, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
Anyway,
you don't see it much.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. It's a sleeper, but I'm telling you, if you get a Legal Action, do not shard it. Try it out in the Crucible. I mean, it's so accurate, and with that zoom, if you're accurate enough and close enough to the head. And, I mean, I have crappy rolls. Well, you know what I have on mine? I was using Rampage Surplus and Wellspring Killing Wind. I mean, Killing Wind, I guess, is good, but Wellspring, these are like supplemental mods. They're not really anything to help the gun. So, oh my God, I fell in love with this rifle playing Iron Banner this last week.
Wow, I got a moving target rampage steady rounds that
nice.
I've never done anything with.
I'm trying to see if I have
Let me
any more.
fix
I
that.
only have 2 of them. That's not enough. I need more.
Anyway,
the problem
Hazel,
is my vault's full.
Hazel, I think
592.
everyone's is. I'm at 600. I had to start a warlock so I could have somewhere to put stuff.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. I'm thinking about deleting my warlock just so I can opening up back up so that way I can go ahead and put stuff there and get rid of all the warlock shit that I have.
Sorry. I will pull everyone off the road and off a tangent if you let me. Go ahead, Hazel. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. So trace rifles are getting an increase to base damage by 4% and reduced precision hit multiplier from 1.4 to 1.35 for crit damage. Crit damage goes from 16.8 to 16.9, and then increase the effectiveness of stability at reducing flinch by 10% at 100 stat.
Okay.
So they made it easier to body shot with, I think.
Yes.
And
yeah, okay.
0.1 damage will add up when it's 1,000 RPM.
Right.
That's quick.
So their discussion about trace rifles was interesting because I've seen Monkey do some crazy magic with trace rifles, and so that makes me concerned.
Yeah.
What all this told me is people who right now are owning people with trace rifles, and I got killed by a few of these too, in Iron Banner, are going to be even better now.
Yeah.
But thank God there's only a few of them out there. That's my reasoning.
Dude, I got killed by Cold Heart a bunch.
I got killed by, what's it, this Ager's Scepter? That thing annihilated me.
Yeah, that thing rips.
Okay, so snipers. Rapid fire sniper rifles have long struggled to find a place in both PvP and the PvE meta. In PvP, they suck.
They do.
In PvE, they suck. Okay, so reduced recoil by 50%. Increased total ammo by 30%.
I like it.
So,
Good
wait
job.
a minute. This means that my crafted sniper rifle from Witch Queen I'll be able to use again. Sins of the Father, maybe? Sins of the Father? Was that it? I think that's a rapid
Since
fire.
the past? That's a rocket launcher.
No, this was a...
Father's Sins. I think it's
Father of Sins.
Oh,
I think
that's
it's
from
the Throne World, right?
Yeah.
I think that pretty sure it's a rapid fire, and I had to put it away. I loved using it. The sight was nice and big on it, but you'd hit someone in the head and they just keep running at you. Headshot, nothing. So no flinch or anything. They just kept running at you. I can't find it.
They need some help. I got to pray this revenge that I really like, but yeah.
I deleted both of my Praeus Revenges because they were fast firing pulses and I needed space in my vault. I don't like to get rid of weapons, but I had to get rid of them.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, I got it right here. I'm sorry. It is called Father's Sins. It is a rapid fire frame. Yes. I have opening shot, no distractions, and just crazy handling on this. It's a beautiful gun. I've got it crafted nicely. All enhanced perks of enhanced opening shot. I don't know. I'll let you know how it works once that mid patch comes.
Yeah. Okay. So, exotic weapons. Final warning. Final warning will no longer track targets through barricades. What the fuck's the final warning?
It's the sidearm. Once you get all your, it's the one that you can get once you get all the fragments for your strand subclass.
Oh,
I tried using it. I tried using this thing in the Crucible. It has a really high skill ceiling. It's a very slow wind up on this thing. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with it some more, but I didn't even know it was tracking through Titan barricades now that I know, but I have not mastered this yet. This gun's a little weird for me. It's a little wonky.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, because I heard about this and I was just like, what the fuck is this gun that they're talking about? I was like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you did too, because I was like, I don't know what that is.
It's a weird one, man. It's a weird one, that's for sure. Fluffy loves it. He loves it, so.
If Fluffy loves it, it must be good.
It must be.
Okay. So, Teraba is getting a nerf. Reduce the amount of Ravenous Beast energy from 3% to 1%, and reduce the zoom from 16 to 15.
This is why Immortal's going to own the rest of the season.
Nothing to fight about. Have Teraba.
Just happy to see it. Praise God. Sorry, Native.
Oh,
Sorry, your Teraba got nerfed.
who else?
buddy.
I think it's Briggs. He loves Teraba too. I think I've got killed by him in scrims by that. The Briggs.
Dude,
It's Briggs, maybe.
I don't even have Teraba.
I do. It's a fun. It's a fun rifle.
It's like not even worth picking up anymore.
The zoom is nice though. The zoom is definitely noticeable. It's too bad.
Dude,
they're
when you
taking
get,
down.
I know when Ravenous Beast is going in Crucible, it's like they look in your direction and you just
Yeah.
disintegrate.
But it takes a while to get that set up though. You have to. There's conditions. So in PvP, it's harder to. It's harder to get.
People could get it in like one match, maybe. And then,
Oh yeah, it takes time. But in PvE, this thing shreds. You just shreds ads. It's great for ad control. But PvP, I have not had the best luck getting Ravenous Beast to click. I'm not a big SMG user, but it seemed like it would be pretty easy. But yeah, you have to. It takes time to build it up. Sorry, lots of PvP talk tonight.
yeah. I appreciate the PvP-ness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Revision 0 is getting a slight rework. You ready for this?
Yeah, I didn't read this part.
I did, and I was confused.
Maybe that's why I didn't read it.
So, fourth time's a charm will now be reset when entering Hunter's Hunter's Trace.
Trace, okay.
So, this will prevent the issue of firing a single shot while in Hunter's Trace, and being forcibly returned to pulse rifle mode when fourth time's a charm activates.
Never had this issue.
Yeah.
That does seem like a problem.
Yeah. So with it though, I mean, they're basically, if I remember it correctly, they're changing it as well. I'm trying to find the part where basically they're saying that if you don't use the Hake heavy burst, that you get more energy for Hunter's Trace using the 3 burst. And then for the 4 burst, you just get it's like a trade-off basically, where it's, you get more DPS and that kind of thing for the 4 burst, but it doesn't power up Hunter's Trace as quickly.
So that was kind of a problem with Revision 0, I think, because you got way more energy for the sniper part using the 4 bursts. So like there's not really a reason to use the 2 bursts.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they're trying to fix here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look what's next. I might use this again.
What are you talking about? The increased PvE damage?
Yeah. 25%, 75% on heavy.
Good grief.
That's a lot, man.
That is a lot.
I might be breaking this out. I love the rifle. It just didn't do anything really. It was just I don't know. I had 4 pulse rifles that were doing better than this.
Yeah.
What's that?
Disparity.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. So Moira from the Blueberry Lounge was crushing my soul with Revision 0 earlier today.
Some people can just use any weapon. I mean, you go up against Astacross. Get this weapon now. I'm like, yeah, that's you using it, man. When I use it, it'll be like, just there's that meme, they're selling something and you get it and it's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just my gun will be not working. I'll be probably hitting it going, this gun isn't working the way Astacross showed me. What's going on? Yeah.
It's you.
Mm-hmm.
So at season 21 launch, so next season, approximately
50 days. I mean, is it
52 days, 12 hours away?
Nice.
A sweeping rework of weapon hipfire reticles to better display useful information to players, aka accuracy, aim assist, charge state, exotic perk state, etc. Yeah.
Did you watch the video? I thought the video was pretty cool.
I did not. They had a demonstration video?
Yeah, so they got a demo.
Yeah.
So they got like Ace of Spades on there, and like it'll show you how many rounds are left in the
This was on Bungie?
gun. It's on the TWAB.
Oh, in the TWAB.
Right
of course it. Yeah, I didn't play the video. Okay, cool. I'll look at it.
Yeah, pretty cool. Would recommend.
Nice.
Yeah. You want to pause for 5 seconds so you can take a look at her?
How long's the video?
It's fine. Just know that
I'm good.
reticle has stuff.
Gotcha.
The reticle has stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Also, at the start of Season 21 launch, the Aggressive Frame SMG nerf.
Thank you, Lord.
Praise God.
Thank you. Enjoy your Immortal, folks.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, because it'll be gone next summer.
That one's coming down, y'all.
Well, I mean, come on. They're going to let them play the whole season with it.
Yeah,
I want to be
am
oppressed by this damn gun.
a little surprised about that. But I don't know,
That's
man.
it. I'm getting my chaperone out. I'm over it.
Dude,
Well, there you go.
have you?
That's a counter.
So let me tell you something. Bow plus chaperone is fucking amazing.
Oh, you know what?
It
I've
is
gotten
so
good with bow.
nasty.
I've been playing with bow. I'm getting better. It takes patience because it's very much like sniping.
Yeah, it is.
Do you drag bow? Do you drag and shoot like a sniper, or do you just click on and click heads?
Kind of. No, I think I'm probably both a drag bower and a drag sniper.
Because I'm a drag sniper. I drag snipe all the time, so I'm trying to figure.
People are not. They're not expecting chaperone with a bow.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Come push me.
That's
and
a great idea.
Kind of blint with it. There's no greater fuck you.
I had a guy that
with chaperone.
I had a guy that was using my sniper rifle that I love to use, which is the. I've gotten really good with Cloud Strike with the Catalyst. I've got so many good clips of this rifle, and I had a guy using it against me in comp, and I'd push him, and he'd what did he have in his kinetic? He'd have his damn Immortal there and just mow me down.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for them to nerf this. Nerf away, Bungie. Cut it away.
Boo.
Sorry. I'm a little heated.
Okay. A 10% PvE buff to sniper damage.
Interesting.
I still don't think this is going to do anything.
Cloud Strike
No,
comes
I don't
back.
think so either.
I'm ready.
Fucking Gator.
I love the Cloud Strike. I always hated this rifle, but I'm loving it right now. I'm just a little excited. Sorry. Just getting excited. I'm calm. I'm good.
Okay.
Goose Fraba.
So, buffs adjustments to more than a dozen exotic weapons, including Graviton Lance and Salvation's Grip. The one that everybody forgot about.
Salvation's Grip.
It's the stasis grenade launcher.
Yeah, that's how much I use that one.
Yeah, that could use some help. Graviton, though, have y'all used Graviton? Graviton's pretty good.
I tried. I've tried using it, and it just can't compete against the high impacts. At least, I don't know. It might just be me.
So, I guess in PvE, like with the catalyst, like it makes, I don't know, little void explodies.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Now I'm in a PvP. I've had mixed results, but PvE, it's fun.
I'm okay if it never comes back to PvP. I think we all experienced that. What was that?
Oof.
Year one?
Well, it's basically a pulse rifle Cloud Strike. It's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In the future, we're going to be taking a look at how Zoom interacts with damage falloff and the base damage falloff ranges of all weapons in general.
That could be good or bad.
Yeah.
This makes me happy. I don't like how Zoom, like we were talking about with legal action. Like the reason legal action is good because it has Zoom.
It's a site. But you notice they went away from sites after year one Destiny 2?
They did, because there's only one choice, and it's the one with the long Zoom.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I still have some of those fusion rifles.
Yeah. Erentil, that's why Erentil was good, you know?
Oh, I'm talking fast firing ones. I've got some fast firing ones too that are just crazy, insane with a big old giant viewfinder on it, you know?
Yeah.
Good times.
Erentil is so much fun, though.
Erentil just takes too long. Takes too long.
I love mapping people with that shit.
Oh, what about the Prolium FR3?
No.
It's got the Impulse M50 MS3 sight on it. Oh, that thing is fun.
I think I had a good roll of that, but I think I got rid of it when I did all the sunset stuff.
A little birdie has told me that sunsetting is going away, and that's why I'm not touching my good old weapons. That's why my inaugural address still sits in my vault today.
The fuck are you talking about? They don't sunset shit anymore.
No, I mean power level stuff. You know, right now your sunset weapons can only get brought up to the minimum cap.
Was that little birdie Joe Blackburn and his like?
No, it wasn't. It was a tweet. I think it was from Destiny Leaks. I don't remember exactly where I heard it, but I heard that
a leak.
To like WikiLeaks.
I don't know what that is.
Well, I mean, okay, I've got a serious question here. Okay, do people pay attention to what the fuck people are like Bungie is saying? Because that's not a leak.
Blackburn said that you can use anything next season. Is that what he said?
Power is going to be going away next season.
Well, I get that, but what I'm asking is, what's going to happen to the older weapons that were sunset? Can I use them now? That's the question.
Like, sunsetting was really to make Mountaintop and Recluse and Luna's Howl go away.
Yes.
So, like, they understand. Like, they did that for a reason. They're not going to roll that change back.
You don't think so? See, that's the
$1 million
they
did nerf those. They did nerf those as well.
They took a lot of range off of them, too, even they're not forgotten.
I have seen Mountaintop a few times. I got killed by it. I haven't tried using it, but I guess it's not terrible.
Well, it's usually the point where someone uses it so much they just get really good at using it, and they're one of the exceptions. You know, I mean that's the reason I have over 12,000 kills in Crucible with my Telesto, because I timed it and practiced so many times, and then now they've nerfed it so badly I can't kill anything with it.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Well, that's just Telesto though.
Well, Telesto's been blamed for a lot of things goes wrong, but. Anyway, again, side tangent. Anything else, Hazel? What else is coming up?
So, coming up here, it is zoom and perks like rangefinder that manipulate zoom. I don't know, man. I'm feeling like this could really change like everything. Anybody else thinking that?
I think it's gonna make a difference. I mean, a good roll will still be a good roll, but like, rangefinder is always best in class, so we're best in slot. It would be okay, you know, if it came down a little bit. I think. I think tying zoom to so many things was probably a mistake, because it makes it the thing that you gotta have.
Yeah.
All of the best guns are high zoom.
You know what? In Destiny 1, if you had a high zoom weapon, the flinch was unbearable. But somehow in Destiny 2, the flinch was kind of bypassed a lot when you used high zoom weapons, and that's why people own with them today. I remember when I had high zoom fusion rifle or whatever, my God, it punished you if you tried to scope in. It just seems like that's all gone away in Destiny 2. Just a feeling.
Well, if you think about it, they changed snipers back maybe like a year ago to where basically like if you took a shot, you're like the flinch was like sky high.
It's still
you're
bad.
Aiming up in the damn air.
It's still bad.
Well, no, they walked it back some though.
Mm-hmm.
So snipers, that's funny that you bring that up, Hazel, because I think that was but the intention behind the change, I think, is good, and I think they made a very smart change with sniper rifles. So they tied your aim assist to the zoom, and the more zoom you had, the less aim assist you got. So like if you're, I think wait, is that right? Or is it the other way around?
It's the other way around.
It's the other way around. Because the
zoom,
aggressives
more aim
have
assist.
high, yeah. So I guess that doesn't support my, that really doesn't support my theory at all.
Yeah, the more zoom, it's like giving more range, and range is tied to, weapon magnetism. So that's your aim assist. So,
but that does tie in. So I posted a video of me on dead cliffs. I was sniping with an arc aggressive sniper.
Mm-hmm.
You can like this guy flinches me, and I go ahead and take the shot, and you can see my shot hit the ceiling like 20 feet above him.
It's crazy, man.
And then it says, boom, headshot.
What?
And I killed the guy.
What? That's some bullet bend. Damn.
It was crazy. Like I literally, like you could see the bullet impact on my screen.
Wow.
It hit the ceiling, and then the guy dies.
Maybe you were a higher frame rate than him. You saw something faster.
Who knows, man.
Everything is frame rate.
It's all network, man. It's all peer to peer. So it's all network.
I mean,
Those
clearly,
packets
but
reach you versus the packets reach him. It's who's going to win it. That's why you trade kills all the time. It's so frustrating. Yeah.
I just think I'm the best sniper ever.
That is crazy, man. I never heard that.
I would think that too.
Yeah.
I'll go find it and I'll tag you guys on it. It's crazy.
That is.
Talking about the Adored?
No, it was Macabre.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those. Yeah.
Dude,
That thing hits
I
hard.
like it. That one's good.
I got a couple good ones.
That one's good.
Just saving them.
Hey, Gator, guess what?
What?
I got another immortal.
Yeah.
Just now?
Are you playing Trials?
Dude, how do y'all play
I don't know how he does
Trials
it, man.
and
I
do
don't know
this at
how.
the same time?
I don't know how he
That's
does it.
incredible.
I don't know how he does it.
That's incredible.
I don't know how.
I had a goal, okay? It was to clean out my vault and to get carried enough so that way I could get an immortal.
So you're playing what?
there we
Like
go.
you're playing like solo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, obviously, yes. I'm not going to subject like good people to, my ass
God,
being like,
you're the master at that, man. I see when I play a video game, I have to focus. I'm all in. I would, if I was playing right now while podcasting, I would stop mid sentence to look at something on the screen and then come back and say, what was I talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't do it, man.
Dude, I thought I might clean out my vault while we were doing this, and that's no way. I can't do it.
Mm-mm.
So, and then real quick here, one last thing for the future is we are investigating decoupling damage fall off from Zoom as well. This would be paired alongside a refresh of base damage fall off values to compensate.
Interesting sentences here.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta throw something out there. I know Gator's gonna absolutely shit his pants when I say this.
You get a god roll?
Oh no, I haven't even looked yet, honestly.
Oh, okay.
But no, you're gonna shit your pants when I say this, Gator, though. But I am like maybe 85% sure that this change that they're going to be looking at with Zoom and fall off and that kind of thing is Merc based.
Mercules?
Yeah.
You can see that.
He has so much insight on the game. I mean, the developers sometimes see one side of things. He actually sees both because he has experience as a player, And don't get me wrong. I know Destiny employees play the game too, but they're under different conditions. They're not in a fire team of a bunch of friends. Well, maybe they are. I know DMG did that a lot, but it just seems like he has a keen eye to sandbox. That's a great area that he got brought into with Chris Proctor.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Maybe it may be. I mean, maybe that's why the changes to the pulse rifle are coming. Cause I think that was his baby. That was one that he helped design was the Revision 0 with all the catalysts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't blow me
honest.
away. That's not a crazy prediction. That could be Merc.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. I just remember like the big spreadsheets and shit like that he did on Reddit
Yeah.
and everything.
Oh yeah.
So,
Well, and I think him and Kit did a lot of the Zoom investigations where people are trying to figure out like, hey, why are all these guns that have high Zoom super good?
Right.
It's cool. I think it's super cool that Bungie went ahead and hired him. I think he was a good add
move
to the team.
That was a good move.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all those massive breakdowns guys are awesome. It seems like Bungie's just farming talent, which I think is super cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, you figure the community found the need for this stuff, and then
Right.
Bungie just said, shit, all right. They're doing the work for us that we don't even do.
Yeah.
So
Well, they probably do it. There's probably just a perspective thing.
shit. Monkey needs to get his shit out there, and then he can get a job.
I'm telling you.
Like,
That kid's smart as ever, man. He needs to show Bungie that system he has. Works good. I've never seen such close games. And think of the broad spectrum of players we have in our Crucible scrims and how it seems to be tied down to the last second on every game.
mm-hmm.
There's a few outliers. I mean, it's going to happen, but I've been very impressed.
Outliers are only like what? Like by 5?
Yeah, it's not by much. It usually can sway either way. I love it.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Yeah. Okay, so next on the TWAB real quick here is the case of the missing Kvostov, a peek behind the developer curtain. I'm going to save everyone, like the maybe 150, 200 words here.
I appreciate that.
And they basically just said, hey, it's a gun that everybody has. So that's why it's there.
Gotcha.
And they didn't actually put it into the game because they were just like, hey, everybody's got this, so there it is.
Ooh.
There's a badass wallpaper.
I was just looking at that. Very good ones.
Just so you know.
4K, baby.
So yeah, check that out. The big puka. I don't know. Maybe that's the next raid boss.
The one that's bigger than the planet.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think the scale's quite right here, guys.
I was going to say, some of these look like poster size. Holy moly. I think they got posters too. You can print out posters. Gator. Oh, sorry.
Gator just completely did not catch anything that we just
I'm
said.
sorry. I was distracted by all the pretty colors and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm mesmerized by these wallpapers.
That
I had a buddy like Gator in college. I understand.
High as a kite. Yeah.
No, just distracted by pretty colors.
Yeah.
And squirrels.
Marasov is here too. So
yeah.
But yeah, that Titan though on the mobile wallpaper just looks amazing. The Hunter looks like, I don't know. It does not look as good.
Oh, those are mobile. No wonder. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Where's the Warlock?
It's all right.
Oh, there it is.
He's
Further down.
Yeah.
Further down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right where it should be.
Mm-hmm.
At the end.
Best for last. That's the way I look at it.
That's not nice.
Well, it's actually not even last.
Well, kind of last.
But yeah.
Hey, Hazel, what's going on in player support report?
Hey, shit's broken.
There it is. I was waiting for it.
Movies, art, and I should go hippie.
All right. Thanks, Hazel. I'm glad you do those, man, because I just get too distracted. All right.
Pretty colors are pretty.
They're very bright.
Yeah, exactly.
Bright. Neomuna is such a bright planet.
He'd be like, ooh, pretty.
Pretty colors. All right. We will be right back.
Hey, this is Mr. Monkey, not Killer Monkey, not Monocle Monkey, Mr. Monkey. Get your bounties done. You're listening to Guardian Downcast.
Before we get on to Discord questions, I was listening to a podcast this week. One I don't normally listen to, but I happened to listen to it because, I don't know, it just randomly popped up. And the guest they had on, let's just say he's a popular PvP streamer. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to call anybody out here. And the host asked the question to the guest, do you think there's going to be a Destiny after the final shape? And what do you think is going to happen if not? And the answer I got, or that I listened to from this guest, was that Destiny PvE is dead, that there's not going to be another Destiny, and that there's going to be a Escape from Tarkov game, and that's going to be it for the next big game for Destiny. That Escape from Tarkov is going to be the next Destiny game. I guess it's a PvPvE.
Next Destiny game or next Bungie game?
That's going to be the next thing after the final shape. Well, basically a PvP game.
But it's not going to be Destiny. You're saying Destiny is going to go that route? Or are you saying that it's going to be the way Bungie is releasing a new game?
It's going to be a new Bungie game. And his opinion, and it was his opinion, he's entitled to it, is the fact that the PvE part of Destiny is pretty much going away. That they don't have the talent to support two games, and that there will not be a Destiny 3 or any kind of Destiny type game or PvE type game after the final shape. That once the final shape wraps, that's it for Destiny. Even though they've already said that there's going to be more Destiny, but I just ignored that part. That, I just threw that out of my head. I just about dropped everything I had in my hand when I heard that. And I just wanted to, am I nuts here? Or is this just totally off base? Like I said, I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I just thought this was a really bad take. Now, my opinion is there's going to be two games. There's going to be an Escape from Tarkov type game, or even just a PvP only game, because I think all of the devs that have been in charge of the PvP game, let's face it, PvP Crucible's been dead for a long time. It's just on life support right now. There's no new maps. There's nothing really going on in Crucible right now. And I think that's because they're already working on that next PvP game that's going to be coming out. And I don't know if it's Matter or whatever they've been speculating, but I cannot imagine there not being a PvE Destiny centered game after the final shape. I just don't see this. I don't see Bungie throwing away this franchise and just calling it quits. All right. What do you guys think?
I agree. There's way too much intellectual property and money and investment on this thing. Like they're going to milk this cash cow as long as they can, and they should. They created the whole thing. But Gator, I agree with almost everything you said. I think it's pretty clear there's a PvP game in the works. Like you said, PvP is on live sport. Right. There's a skeleton crew. Like I have experience, with head counts on projects and that sort of thing. Like there are not that many people working on the PvP side of this game. And that probably means that they're somewhere else. But like there's this enormous universe that they built up. They're not going to throw that away. There's going to be a prequel. There's going to be a sequel. There's going to be something. Even if they take the same engine and make a couple new missions for it, like all the hard stuff's already done, guys. Like you're just milking it at this point.
Yeah. Hazel, what's your take?
I think that guy is higher than you.
No.
When you are having to go see a movie with your wife.
No. Wrong.
He's not higher than you?
No, I'm saying this. Continue. Go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts. I'm not going there.
So, yeah, no, I mean, there's so much wrong with this whole take. I mean, I'm just speechless at how much
that's the way I felt.
Wrong is in there. Because think about it, man. I mean, like MC said, I mean, for the love of God, they put in all this effort and everything else, and they're just gonna go like, no, we're good. We're just gonna go ahead and unplug it and just, we're good. We're just gonna call it a day. We did our thing.
Yeah.
There ain't no way in hell they're gonna fucking do that, man.
Well, yeah. What's the one common denominator here? Why does Destiny even outperform Call of Duty? My God, Call of Duty is the grandfather of first-person shooters. How come I feel better shooting in Destiny than I do in Call of Duty now? They have some kind of magic sauce when it comes to gun handling, gun performance. Oh my God, look at all the mods available. I mean, Call of Duty has one pulse rifle. Yeah, that's nice, Call of Duty. You know how many pulse rifle Destiny 2 has in the game right now? How many we got? 50-something pulse rifles in this game? It's not even comparable.
Yeah.
But which ones are good, though?
They're all good. All pulse rifles are good. How dare you?
Oh,
how dare you?
All good.
Thank you.
I use them all and I get kills on all of them. Anyway, my point is...
Yeah, in PvE.
Sony pays what? $4 or $5 billion for Bungie, and you think they're going to...
$3.
Yeah.
Okay. You think they're going to really throw away the Destiny franchise?
They're going to milk this thing dry, man. It's going to be Star Wars universe.
I'm just what I'm saying. This is the next, that's a stretch. Star Wars is really close to my heart. I can't see it, going past Star Wars, but it can be right along parallel with something like a Star Wars franchise. But when I heard that, I gasped. I literally audibly gasped in the middle of work. I was out in the middle of a yard and I heard this. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm not here to call anybody out. I mean, I really like the guy, actually. I love his take because he's a PvP player like me. But he said that they don't have the manpower for both games. And I disagree. I think PvP games are much easier to make.
What the hell do you think that they're doing for... They're sitting on $3 million.
$3 billion.
You can hire people.
Yeah, $3 billion. Yeah,
well,
people can be hired.
Well, I know they're always looking for people. I get that. There's a shortage of talent. I get that too. But okay, let's just take an example here. Escape from Tarkov. It's a very detailed game. I've played it. It's a very detailed game, but you only have to make 1 or 2 maps. You create all the inventory, you create the assets for the game, and then All you have to do is just patch things that go wrong in the game. Now, I do not pretend to tell you that I know how a PvP game is made, but I can tell you that once you create the outline, the maps and stuff, there's no cinematics to worry about. There's no storylines. There's no lore. There's no worlds. You're in the same map every time playing PvP, and that's great. I have no problem with that. But when I heard this, that they can only have manpower for one game, my heart sunk a little bit. I was like, could this actually happen? There's no way.
Box of rocks.
There's no way you're going to get, which a majority of people that play Destiny, and this is a known fact, is 2-to-1 minimal of daily average players in PvE than there is in PvP. So what you're telling me is you're going to get all these PvP players that dwarf the Crucible player population. They're going to say, okay, let's go try this new PvP game. I don't think so. I'm not buying it.
I agree. PvP is a sideshow. PvE's always been the focus. I want to clarify one thing. So I'm not saying Destiny's going to be the next Star Wars. I'm just saying
no.
Disney acquired Star Wars.
Yeah, I get
They're milking that sucker dry.
I got your point. Yeah. I got what you're talking about there. But Destiny has always had some secret sauce that the other game developers, the Destiny killers, have tried to figure out, have not even come close. And that's the reason Sony offers all this money to this little studio in Seattle, right? So, in Bellevue, Washington. So, I think Destiny, what they're going to do is I think they made a mistake trying to make a PvP game inside a PvE game. Let's face it, Destiny's a PvE game with Crucible on the side. And Gambit, we don't even know what Gambit is. Let's just don't even think about Gambit right now. But strikes, raids, patrols, bounties, all that's Destiny, man. Crucible was a great thing to have. And even Destiny 1, I avoided the Crucible because I was so burnt out playing Call of Duty. And once I got into Crucible, it was a lot of fun. There was magic sauce there too. But I think what Bungie has found out, or what they've realized, because it's a balancing nightmare when you find a gun in the Destiny PvE world and you go have to use it in PvP. That's just a nightmare to try to balance all that. Think of all the new weapon perks they're giving all the weapons now for the new seasons. I see them separating out PvE and PvP after the final shape. What say you?
I don't know if I'll go that far, but this is an incredibly complex system that they've built.
Yeah.
It's gotta be, and we saw it, with sunsetting of content. They were doing that to make it more sustainable because there's only so much stuff you can test.
Right.
I don't know that, cause part of the fun of Crucible is you go run a raid, you get a kick-ass gun, you go shoot people in the face with it.
I agree.
I don't really know. I think you're right. There is that makes it incredibly hard to balance, but that's kind of a core part of Destiny. But I don't know what they're going to do with this PvP game, right? If there's no PvE side, clearly
think
you're
about
not
it.
going to go run a raid.
You have basic guns like Call of Duty. You have your ARs, you have your pulse rifle, you have your shotguns, you have your pistols, hand cannons, whatever they call them. You have a small arrangement of weapons, which, my God, that takes so much less work than to build all these weapons in the other world. I just think they're going to separate it out after the final shape. I think they're going to separate it out. I think they're going to make double their money. They're going to have the PvP players pay for their game. And some of the PvE players are also going to, like me, are going to buy that game as well. And they're going to have the new Destiny or whatever. What do you guys think with that? You think they're going to go Destiny 3, Destiny Online? Is it going to be a prequel? Do you think it's going to be a totally different world? What do you guys think on that part? I know we've had this question before. I'm just curious what MC thinks.
I don't really have a strong opinion about that. I could see the prequel thing, either like I think it would be really interesting if it was like, post-collapse, like pre-Ghost thing, where you don't have all the revive stuff. I think that would be interesting. Like, cause like you could really build kind of a horror shooter.
Like a survival game.
Out of that. Right. Yeah.
That would be
maybe
so
that's,
great.
Maybe that's where this dude's going with the Tarkov thing. But,
Maybe.
I think there's a lot of options. What are they going to do? Who knows?
Kind of like the story of your Guardian before they were a Guardian kind of thing.
That would be great.
that would be neat.
Yeah, and we lost our power. We're limping around.
No, you don't lose your power.
No. I know, but remember that feeling when you were limping around after the first part of was it Warmind? No, Red War.
Yeah,
no,
you fall to the ground
about that. No, Gator, I'm talking about like just imagine like we're at, I don't know, I'm trying to think.
You're talking about like
we're doing the Red War we're doing Lightfall. and we're just a human.
Oh, okay. Before the golden age.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see that too. Is that your take, Hazel? I'm not holding you to it. I'm not holding you to it. I'm just curious what you thought. All right. You can see I'm getting amped up just talking about it, but.
Well, I mean, what do I think they're going to do after? I mean, I think they're going to do Destiny again. I mean, I'm thinking,
the way it is now?
You know, yeah, I'm thinking that's still going to have PvP.
Okay.
It's going to have PvE. I think that they're going to marry the two, so it's going to be almost sort of like Division-esque.
Okay. Like
That's
what's that? What was that called? The Dark Zone?
The Darkness
The
Zone.
Dark Zone. I remember a lot of people speculating that Destiny was going to have
That's
a
a
Dark
good
Zone.
idea, too.
Were they thinking that was going to be Gambit, like Forsaken? Anyway, I thought that was an interesting idea.
It's a good take. I like that. Okay.
I mean, that way you figure people can do, you know, you can still get that PvP section going, and then you got PvE there as well. That's the main thing.
So
but I just think maybe they do it as a like darkness, and maybe the Bungie actually sacks up and they say, hey, you know what? We're going to, you know, you pick a dark subclass.
yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
You know,
Choose a
you
side.
yeah, exactly. We're going to lock you in.
Like we were hoping the, what was it? The Future War Cold and the Dead Orbit have those wars between the factions. You pick a faction and you stay with them for the
Faction
whole
rallies,
season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for real, you know, it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. One question though, Hazel, do you think they're working on a separate PvP game as well? Or do you think,
Oh, of course.
okay. So my only worry is my only worry is if they had a PvP game and PvP in the new Destiny game after the final shape, would that cannibalize one of their games, or do you think people will just buy both?
Well, I mean, okay, I don't want to be, you know, negative Norm here, but I mean, there's no guarantee that the PvP game is going to take off.
Exactly.
I mean, it's PvP.
Yes. It's a shooter game, and how many have fallen trying to develop a game that is PvP oriented? You know, there's a lot of fallen ones out there.
I mean,
Trying to kill
Lawbreakers.
Fortnite.
Yeah. I mean, you got Lawbreakers. You've got, I mean,
Anthem.
countless other ones. I mean,
Did Anthem have a PvP? I don't think they did.
I think it did.
I never remember it, but
Nobody does. That's
I
why.
know.
Yeah.
Destiny Killer.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
One of the first of minis.
yes.
But yeah, though, I'm serious. I mean, I definitely think that, Bungie's going to try to do whatever they can. I mean, are they still working on that damn mobile game too?
I don't know. Maybe that's tied into the PvP game. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, you figure, you know, they got $3 billion. I mean, I know it's for 4, but I mean, the $4 billion was for anyone that was for bonuses, basically anybody that stayed with Bungie.
Right.
So,
I will go ahead, Mincy.
There is another possibility, and
Okay.
we've seen it before. You know, when Bungie got tired of making Halo, what they do? They sold it off. So that is an option as well.
Oh, that would
That's
be
true.
good. I mean, that could be bad.
they could sell to Vicarious Visions.
They could.
Yeah,
Maybe we
that's
could
true.
get the Icolos back.
All for the Icolos.
Yeah.
All for the Icolos.
Yep. Buff the Icolos, please. The one thing I did agree with this person, and he did say this, and he said that after or as they're approaching the Final Shape expansion next year, I think they may start promoting the new PvP game and say, listen, if you pre-order for Final Shape, you'll get some free weapons and goodies in this other game we're starting afterwards. I think that's a possibility. I could see that happening because that's Bungie.
Well, I mean, my only doubt when it comes to that sentence, there, Gator, is that this is Bungie. And
Well, it's Sony now.
no, it's still Bungie, bruh.
Oh, I know.
So,
Okay.
I mean, everybody knows that Destiny 1 had like a shitty development cycle.
Well, remember they had to scrap the story and restart over and then try to get it out on time.
Yeah, like twice.
Yeah, that was rough.
And the same thing had to happen with D2.
I'm amazed they even had a game, to be honest, after I heard that story.
Yeah. So, I mean, and the same thing happened with D2.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, no offense to Bungie, but I mean, I don't have much faith in a new IP with their track record.
Really? Okay. So you think it'll definitely be Bungie Destiny related then? They'll stick with the IP.
I mean, well, I think they will definitely try a PvP based game outside of Destiny.
Okay.
I think they have to.
Okay.
I mean, it's who they are. It's their bones. It's things like that.
I mean, it's Halo. Yeah.
But if they do that, I mean, they're going to have to probably can the PvE and the story section and things like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just think they are tired of trying to balance the two, and I think I'm speculating they made the decision a long time ago. That's the next iteration of Destiny that they were going to separate it out, but maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, I agree, MC, to be able to get a gun anywhere and bring it into the Crucible and see how it plays. That's always been definitely a magic thing that I've loved about playing this game as well over the years.
Sure.
All right.
But, Halo wasn't that way, so it doesn't have to be that way.
That's true. Halo had a set number of weapons that they used in PvP, right? I didn't play it a ton. I played the stories. I love the stories, but I never really played much the PvP over there.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what happens.
All right, gentlemen. I appreciate your input. I was just curious. It had me fired up this week, and I was like, oh, I'm writing this down. We're talking about this. So sorry to vent. I'm going to get a little excited about that issue. But,
but see, though, I mean, my main thing, though, is that, I mean, how crazy is it that somebody is coming up with some whack ass shit like that?
Yeah.
Because Joe Blackburn came out and said, we're going to do more, more Destiny and everything else. And we're doing another saga and all that. So, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me to hear, oh, well, they're going to can PvE and things like this. It's like, get the fuck
there's
out
no
of
way,
here,
dude.
man.
There's no way they're going to do
like,
that. That's a cash cow.
Like, was that pre-recorded? I mean,
no.
Before that?
And he also said, I think someone mentioned something about an escape from Tarkov type game. Can't remember who said that.
I mean, it was like a leak or something.
Was that a leak?
Like that,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was an actual Bungie employee.
It was like Marathon, I think.
Yeah, they were bringing back Marathon. That was it. That's what they talked about in the show. But
yeah.
No disrespect to the show. I had adamantly disagreed with that take. So, all right. I appreciate you guys indulging me to talk about it for a few minutes here. And let's get on to some community questions. We might have a few for MC. I'm looking at the list here. It's pretty long. So
we got a few.
Yeah.
That's
all
all
right.
she said.
Yep, correct.
We'll be right back. Hey Guardians, would you like to send a question for the show to us? There's 4 ways to do it.
Join our Discord server. There's a link in our show notes. We have all kinds of Guardians here, from new lights to the dedicated hardcore gamers, and you can just lurk and hang out or jump right in and talk with us. It's up to you. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also occasionally tweet about our upcoming show and guest, and you can respond there with your question at Guardian_D_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/GuardianDowncast, and we'll play it live on the show.
Thank you for all you do for our show. And Toddles.
And later, Guardian.
Hey, man. It's in the contract. That's my line.
We'll see about that. Laz?
Oh, no, not Laz again. Our podcast attorney, really? You're going there?
Damn right, man. I pay him just as much as you do. That does sound weird, though. We're both paying him.
Yeah, what the hell? He's double dipping, man. All right, ladies and gents, this is where we get our questions from you, our audience, and we get them either via our speakpipe.com/GuardianDowncast or through our Discord channel. And I'm going to handle the speakpipes for today, and Hazel's going to handle the Discord questions. And we're going to start one from Hammer Crasher. He had some feedback about something. Let's see what's on his mind.
Hammer Crasher 32 here. Not so much a question, but I had a really good week in Destiny this past week. I played some Iron Banner with Theory and Metal Mark Tuesday night. That was good. And then Wednesday I played with one of my friends, Alien, who's one of the normal fire team people, and our schedules don't always line up. And then Friday night, I took off of work and was playing some Iron Banner, and Miner joined up, and then I think it was Slammin' and Cloud, and then I believe it was Commando and Warcry joined up, and then somebody left. I think it was Miner left, and Metal joined up. And then Big Briggs showed up for a while, and then at the very end of the night, Hazel showed up after you guys did your show. And sorry, I forgot to send you a GIF or a meme. I was busy shooting people with friends. But anyway, it was a really good time. I do have a question. Have you ever heard Warcry's real big laugh? Not his little chuckle, but his big laugh. Because I did Friday night. And it was fantastic. All right. See y'all around.
Thanks, Hammer Crasher. I think I was in his group one day, one of the groups this week. I think he was in there for a short amount of time, but have you guys ever heard Warcraft's full laugh?
I have.
I have too. I've known him long enough.
It's a glorious thing.
It is.
Sadly, have not.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. I hope so.
It's a glorious sound, especially if you get enough Crucible juice in them.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thanks, Hammer Crasher. All right, Hazel, let's dive in, man.
Okay. So, first question for you, from some person named Hazelnut. How many times have people cussed you out for your use of bows? A guess is fine.
Do I count?
So, I decided a while back to subscribe to the Joe Rogan model, which is, don't read the comments. And, I turned my messages off a long time ago.
Nice.
Your guess is as good as mine. In fact, you guys may have a better idea than I do, having been on the receiving end.
Yeah. Probably 10 times for me in one night if I'm playing against your team. Now, you were on my team one night. I was like, this is great. You pushed everyone back. I was like, this is awesome.
I do remember we were warming up one time and Rodimus. I caught an earful from Rodimus.
He's not grumpy at all.
Nah.
He's a good player. Yeah.
Okay. Lunch Lady Technical. Question for E =. Can I be on your team next scrims?
I'm totally game for it, but I leave that up to Monkey Buddy.
Monkey makes
teams. I think unless our scrims get really, really sweaty, I think that might not work so good. Technical's pretty sweaty fella.
He's a good player. He's a good player too.
Yeah.
He's decent. Yeah. Decent player.
Yeah.
Definitely decent.
I'll never forget the first time he joined scrims and he didn't have a number. So Monkey's like, I don't know, just put him somewhere. Ooh. I was like,
put him on my team.
And I think I put him with maybe Monkey, I think.
And they mopped the floor with everyone.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, okay, I need to change that shit.
In fact, I apologized to him the other day. He's the only, on the subject of, screaming at people. He's the only time that I think I got really tilted in scrims. It was like the first time I'd played against somebody that was really good on mouse and keyboard. Fuck. He got in my head, man.
You can do that.
Wow. You gonna charge him rent next time?
Yeah, I should have that night.
Yeah. Soccer asks, question for Squared. Calvin or Hobbs?
Ooh, that's a good question. So I guess I'm gonna go with Calvin because I kind of looked like Calvin when I was a kid. But that's really about it. I think they're both kind of philosophical dudes. really not that much difference in Calvin and Hobbes when you get right down to it. I mean, one's a stuffed tiger, one's a kid, but other than that, you're kind of the same person when you look at it.
Sure.
But yeah, big Calvin and Hobbes fan. So
Nice.
I did. Actually, one of my previous gamer tags was Spiff. So in homage to Spaceman Spiff. So
Nice.
yeah, man.
Let's go one more, Hazel. And I'll go
Okay.
to speak pipe.
From Havoc Doom 666, what's your favorite non-exotic bow and why? I think I can probably guess, but go.
I bet you can too. So I'm
I've been on
a
the receiving end of it.
I'm a huge Under Your Skin fan, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I thought
Actually-
it was crafted.
It is.
that's good.
Is yours crafted?
Yes, yeah,
What-
it
all
is.
right, you're gonna have to tell me after the show what you're putting on it.
I'll tell you right now.
Okay. Awesome.
So
Exclusive.
you want? Yeah, right. Heard it here first, guys. That's not true. This is all over Reddit, which is actually where I found out about bows. So this was like during the Loreley
Oh, okay.
meta,
Nice.
and that's I'm having trouble killing people. Like, how do you kill people harder out of when they're standing in a Loreley well? Well, the answer is you shoot them twice in the face with an arrow, and they go away.
Nice.
Because it's 300 damage. Like, it's so much
Wait a
freaking
minute, I'm gonna
damage.
pull mine up on Dim too. Let me see if I've come on the right track here. It's energy,
so, yeah.
right? Is energy bow?
Yeah, it's energy. It's void.
Okay, that's right.
So you want min draw time. So you want draw time masterwork.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull this up. Just make sure I'm not lying to you guys.
Under your skin. There it is.
Yeah. Okay. So you want elastic string. That's going to hurt your accuracy, but that's okay because it's got so much stinking accuracy. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Then you want fiberglass arrow shaft because there's really not anything good. Like, you just want accuracy in the second column. And then you got some options here in columns 2 and 3. So the one I'm using right now is Archer's Tempo Enhanced and
Nice.
Successful Warm-Up Enhanced, and those do
Ooh.
stack.
Well, no. How's successful warm up work on a bow? I know how it works on a fusion rifle. How's it differ?
If you get a kill, Dim says 37.5 decreased charge / draw time.
Wow.
And that stacks with Archer's Tempo, which
That's
is
nasty.
0.75 draw time
Oh,
multiplier.
that's so nasty, man.
It's if you get them both going, it's like there's basically not a draw time. There's a draw time, but it's a third of what the normal draw time is.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good to know, man.
so there's that. And then the role for PC is hipfire grip opening shot. So opening shot is good as well, but not as the hipfire grip not as strong on console because you got to be pretty dang. You got to be pretty dang on.
No, you play on PC and console?
No,
Oh, okay.
so when I was getting advice from Reddit, like everybody's saying, "Oh, hipfire
Oh,
grip and
I
opening
see.
shots," like,
Yeah, I see.
is it? It seems like maybe there's some other stuff that I might want, and then finally everybody's like, "Oh, that's for PC."
Gotcha. Mouse and keyboard. Gotcha. Okay. Ooh, I can't wait. Mine's a level 13. I've got 1,255 kills on it. So
You there, man?
what I need to get to level 18, 20 to get everything on it. This is what I'm going to craft this next now. You got me inspired.
I think you're in pretty good shape if you're at like level 14.
Okay. I'm halfway there then. Okay.
Yeah.
I won't. But all right. I'm flagging that. That's going to get fixed. Thanks, man.
You bet.
Good question. All right, let's do a speak pipe. Scumdeath just sent this in. I don't know what it's about. Let's find out.
Hello, Scumdeath here. What the fuck is candy corn? Goodbye.
Candy corn. They don't have candy corn in the UK? What?
You're not missing much, Scumdeath.
What? No.
That's a controversial statement, I know.
Oh no. Candy corn's awesome. And how do we eat it, Hazel? I can't remember.
Oh, Hazel had to go potty.
Okay. I was trying to set off NS Ripsaw again, but I guess I shouldn't do that. That's probably a bad idea. Oh shit.
So the problem with candy corn is, like, I don't like it, but I'll eat it until I'm sick, and I don't know why that is.
It's the mellow creams. They make me sick too. I have a certain number, and as soon as I hit it, my stomach's like, no, that's it, dog.
Yeah, but I can't stop myself.
I know.
Like, why am I eating these? I
know.
don't even understand.
It's the dopamine, man. It's that sugar rush.
Yeah, it's drugs.
I'm telling you, mellow creams, what candy corns are made out of, it's whatever Kraft, Brock, whoever makes these things, put it together. It's pure evil when you eat these things. I'll get like an autumn mix. I like eating the pumpkins too. And the pumpkins are like 4 times the size of a candy corn. And I usually eat the pumpkins first and then leave the candy corn for later. And the pumpkins, they're a wallop, man. You eat a bunch of those and all of a sudden you're like, I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
And I get a headache too. Get a bad headache. It's just this candy. It's just the mellow creams. Headache. Well, no, I eat a lot of sugar. My tolerance for sugar is very high. But the problem is the mellow creams, there's something in them that gives me a pure headache if I go past that line, you know? So what you try to do is you try to pace yourself, Uncle Scumdeath. You eat just a few of them at a time, and then you go about your day and you have a handful a little bit later, and there you go. So yeah, I don't know what they would call these in the UK, but there you go. Well, since Hazel's using the bathroom, let's pull up another one here. Gorilla Golf had some feedback on his very first raid. Let's see what he has to say.
Gentlemen, how are we doing this week? I'd send a little speak pipe in here to talk about my first time raid experience last night. So as you may or may not know, we've been trying to get into a raid. Obviously with kids and time, it's tough, but we were able to get into the new raid last night. And I definitely have words. I am extremely appreciative to everyone who sacrificed time to drag my sorry butt through a raid last night. But I had a lot of fun when it came to just seeing the new aesthetics of the raid. Gameplay wise, I don't know what the hell was going on other than the fact that I was shooting things and we were moving planets and everything else, but it was just a blur. Now, I may have been a little inebriated, give or take, but you know, it's one of those things where I just don't see how this can be considered a raid. Almost like I know that sounds terrible, but this isn't like a raid. And to say this is a Destiny 1 raid is horse crap. It's not even a Destiny 1 raid. If you look back at Destiny 1, there was at least certain things you had to do that were, I mean, literally someone could like me last night as a new person. I just killed ads the entire time. And to be honest with you, it was like, oh, I guess we're done. And to me, that's frustrating. Because this is supposed to be the highest end content in the game. And I understand that we're trying to make things easy for new players, but what the hell, man? How are we supposed to enjoy a game, enjoy the pinnacle of the pinnacle of this game when it's just ad clear for 80% of your fire team? So I don't know. I might be in the minority, might be in, everyone might agree with me for all I care, but it's just one of those things. 2 cents. I'm really appreciative to everyone who got us through the raid, had a lot of fun. Like I said, playing with new people and stuff like that. Obviously my wife, me and my wife are very appreciative of that, but, it was to say that it was a raid experience. I was definitely let down by the actual raid itself. I honestly, I probably rank it last of all my raids. But great show, guys. Sorry I took so long in the speak pipe. You're probably not going to play it, but you guys have a great week, and we'll catch you on the game.
Oh, we'll always play a speak pipe from you, buddy. You're old school Discord member. Was Hazel back yet?
Oh yeah,
okay. Moving on.
Just
next
in
question.
Time to hear that. And
I'm sure you have a comment.
I just
pull the Band-Aid off.
Teared up. Shit. I feel so heard.
Can I solo this raid? Is that a thing I can do?
I'm sure
it's already been done.
Yeah.
That might be fun.
Except for, I think the third encounter is the only one that I don't think you could do. I mean, I guess you could. but you'd have to move the planets yourself.
Someone would figure it out, believe me. I mean, everyone has soloed the raid. Every raid's been soloed by somebody. Almost every raid. Okay.
Yeah.
What else we got for?
Hey, I don't know what else needs to be said, really.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I appreciate his feedback. I do. I had a new member come in today that said I was spot on. So I don't know. I think everyone there's just different players in Destiny and they appreciate different things, but I do know where he's coming from. That every first raid, you never know what's going on. It's always chaos, but, even if you're just killing ads, but all right. Hey, I'm man enough to say, hey, that's feedback from one player and okay, I accept it. So I'm good with it. I don't disagree. I don't agree with that perspective, but that's good. That's why there's different players of Destiny.
I agree 100,000%.
I know you do. Quit gloating. So. I see you cracking that smile. What else we got for MC?
Okay.
Change the subject.
Okay.
Hoping he would get back to hear that.
Shit. Sheriff Trash Panda. Question for the Einstein. Best bow and roll for PvP and PvE. I think you covered PvP.
I did. So I guess there is a different answer. Like the best bow for PvE and PvP is Le Monarch, going back to an earlier theme. Although there is also Wish Ender. So I think you got two really strong crafted options. The one is Under Your Skin for energy. And then the new precision, is it Raconteur?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah. Take your pick. Like, do you want a kinetic slot? Do you want an energy slot? Both of those are good. As far as the roll for PvE, probably want Archer's Tempo, Explosive Head is what I hear the Massive Breakdowns guys recommend. Yeah.
All right.
It's funny you say that because speaking of that, I need to go pick up my Raconteur. I actually have enough stuff to get that. So there we go. That's what I focused on.
Yeah. I think I've almost got mine unlocked, but not quite yet.
Yep. I'm buying my last frame right now. Okay. Mr. Manager Danger, a.k.a. Mr. New Mod.
Congratulations, buddy.
Congratulations. Question for the equation. Who do you consider your biggest PvP nemesis in the whole alliance?
Oh, the Discord?
Oof. This is a dangerous question.
Oof. Well, I know I'm no threat.
I know who it's not.
You?
I would say Monkey or Technical.
Well, yeah. So I saw this question in advance, and unfortunately, there are a lot of answers because Technical did make me tilt. Monkey fighting monkeys is like trying to fight the ocean.
Sweaty Spooks has that IS Luna he's always using.
Sweaty Spooks has an IS Luna. Fighting Native Raider makes me tired. Fucker plays chess.
Yes, yeah. I love it. I love that kind of play.
See who else. Yeah, anyway, I can't pick just one. But I do want to share a story, so I'm like, it's after scrims, right? I'm looking, we clipped some stuff, so I got 7 clips. I'm looking through my clips.
Oh, I remember this.
So there's 7 clips, all right? And so I'm cutting them. I'm cutting them on my desktop and throw them in the Discord. Like, I opened the first clip, like, okay, that was, all right, that's Raffi. Okay, cool. So name this, Raffi-1 and stick it in the folder. All right, open the second one. Okay, that's Raffi. Okay, I guess I'll name that Raffi-2, stick it in the folder. This, like, the first 5 clips are just me killing Raffi.
Raffi just is coming for you, man.
Awful ways.
Oh, man.
Like to the point where like I'm starting to feel kind of bad about this. I didn't know that all of these terrible clips were me just murdering the shit out of Raffi. Sorry, buddy. But so anyway, I felt bad, but not bad enough not to post them. So anyway, so I guess that's a potential answer too. Sorry, buddy.
That's amazing.
It was really funny. Like, oh, I get to the fourth one. I like open the fifth one. I'm like, please don't be Raffi. Oh, fuck.
I can get him this time. I was so close. I'll get him this time.
Oh, and the problem was I was getting him so hard. I was getting him so hard every time.
Figured out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yep. I remember that, and I was cracking up so many times at that. All right. Lunch Lady Technical asks, question for the physicist. What did you do before they added bows into the game?
I went outside, Technical. I went outside.
Did you touch grass? Touch grass?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
No, not
both,
so. I was
counts.
Yeah, right. I was a super Vooper, so I was a fusion main.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, the first time I received hate mail was with Telesto.
Really? Okay.
Back when Telesto was real strong.
Yes. Cool.
Wow. All right. So, Trash Panda has he has two questions here. Question for the MC. Who's your favorite Goonie?
Chunk? Yeah, Chunk.
Hey, you want a, go ahead.
Don't start, Gator.
I'm not going to start.
He didn't win an Oscar.
No, it's the other guy.
I swear,
I swear I watched Goonies.
Okay.
It's just so long ago.
Moving on. Question for the Archer. Robin Hood or Katniss?
I'm going to go with Robin Hood because Katniss is just too serious. That's not me.
That's awesome.
All right.
Okay. Yep. We got 3 left, Gator.
Okay, good. Then I'm going to throw another speak pipe out here. Let's see. All right. Scumdeath had some feedback about one of my answers from last week. So I figured let me get that out. It's kind of time sensitive here. Here we go.
Hello, Scumdeath here. I'm just listening to last week's episode, and I think when I sent out a speak pipe about my clothes washing, I think Gator got a bit confused. When you wash your clothes in England, you wash them in a washing machine, and then you take them out and you put them in a tumble dryer. That's what we call it. When you dry your clothes, it's in a tumble dryer. But I don't have one of them, so what I have is an air dryer. It's like a frame, and then you just hang your clothes on it, and put the heating on, and hopefully it dries. It's pissing down with rain outside. You can't put it on the washing line outside. So that's what I meant by an air dryer. So okay. I've got a question for the show. Who knew what I was on about? How many of you knew what I was on about? And Gator didn't have a clue.
I didn't.
I don't know. It might be a shit question, but it's worth a throw out. As I'm listening to it, it made me laugh like hell. But I had to say something. Gator, you just hang it on a structure in your kitchen. Okay. Put the heating on. I don't know. I love you all. Take care. Bye.
Now, the one thing, thank you, Uncle Scumdeath. The one thing I did realize in England is that your clothes washer is in the kitchen. It's like next to the dishwasher. It's like a dishwasher in your kitchen. Because Mr. Monkey was showing me his. I was like, what is that? He was showing me a picture of his kitchen. I was like, what is that to the right over there? He goes, that's my clothes washer. I'm like, you wash your clothes in the kitchen? So apparently that's a thing in the UK. We have a separate room for clothes dryers, or it's in a closet, or something like that. So
it's interesting.
Yeah.
You don't need another set of water hookups that way.
That makes sense. That makes sense. You have hot and cold right there too. Yeah. It makes sense.
Huh.
Okay.
No, sorry, Scumdeath. I had no idea what you were talking about.
Well, thanks for the education.
I knew what you were talking about. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the education, Uncle Scumdeath. All right. Let's get back into the Discord.
Okay. So, from His Highness Prince Riznas, question for Mr. Science. How do you throw away a trash can?
I saw this one too. What a good question. So The engineering answer is you either cut it up in smaller pieces or you put it in a bigger trash can. But there's a more interesting question here, and that's how bad do you want to throw it away? Because we have thrown shit away in space, people. And that's the biggest trash can there is. You can't get a bigger trash can than space.
That's
so the
true.
question is, how much money do you want to pay to throw it away? I think that's an interesting question. I don't have an answer. Of course, that'll be case by case.
Huh.
I have one into my office here that's just nasty. I have a bag over it because the inside's just years and years of crap. Not literally, figuratively.
That's hot.
But how do you throw away a trash can? I mean, it's still functional. It still works. I just put a trash bag in it. Good.
Question's not should you. The question is how do you? And the answer is you put it in a bigger trash can.
That's what I would do, I guess. It would go into my bigger can that goes out to the road. Okay. Fair enough.
So, a funny story about this, actually. So there was, it was like trash day. I think it was maybe like last month or the month before. And there was like this person and they were throwing out their trash can. They put a note, they didn't put a note on it the first time. So they just left it outside and trash guys came through and they left it. And it sat out there all week. And then whoever it was the owner, came out and they put a note on it the next day that said, "Hey, this is trash. Please throw this away." And then it rained and the note took off or something like this.
Of course.
And it was just like the fucking trash can stayed out there. And I'm just cracking up because I see this and I'm just like, is this how you throw away a trash can? And, they actually ended up like taping it like 6 times to the actual trash can lid that says trash.
Wow.
I was like, huh.
That's always a dilemma. It's always a dilemma when you're going through cans, like the bottom's wore out of it and you put it at the road and they think it's supposed to hold something.
Yeah.
You're not a homeowner until you got some weird trash stories.
Yep. Exactly.
Rude. Yeah. All right. So. Oh, okay. I'm glad that he said that because I was going to butcher that name. But first, Ronin Red Lion. Question for the MC and hosts too. Best non-Wick action movie.
Oh.
I'm going to say Hardcore Henry. Did you guys see Hardcore Henry?
No. That sounds familiar.
I have.
Oh, man.
Hardcore Henry.
Although nobody is also good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's a great one. Because he's not expected to be a bad guy.
You guys should watch Hardcore Henry, though, but not.
When was that released?
With the rest of your
like
family.
2000s? Or?
Yeah, no, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Late. I don't know. Sometime between 2015 and now, I guess.
Okay, gotcha. I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Gator, yours?
What do you think mine's going to be?
Ah, fuck.
Do we really need to ask me? It's always going to be The Matrix. It could be the second Matrix, because that was a pretty good action movie. The highway scenes, they're jumping all the cars at high speed. That was a good one.
I do like the second Matrix.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
The twins that had the katana swords. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was
And
frightening.
the dreadlocks.
Yeah, and they just went through walls and appeared. That
Ghosts.
that scared the shit out of me when I first saw that. I was like, how is he going to survive this? But yeah.
Shooting a
Wait a
UMP
minute.
out of sunroof.
Wait a minute. We have to talk here, MC. We can't spoil anything though.
Wait. Can I answer?
Oh,
real quick?
well, yeah, go ahead.
And then
Sure.
you guys can
Perseverate.
ooh and ah. Yeah. For me, it's the Raid 2. So
The Raid. Was that the Raid 2?
What is
if you
that?
don't know,
Wasn't that a? Go ahead.
It's a
Mad
movie
Googling
from
a curse.
Yeah, it's a movie from the Philippines, I believe.
I
And
was gonna
it
say
is
something like, yeah.
fucking like the first one was really good, and they're actually making it into redoing it for U.S. audiences.
Ooh.
But it's actually got like I think 3 or 4 of the people from the Raid and the Raid 2 in John Wick movies.
Really? Oh yeah. A lot of action. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of action actors that are into that.
Like the 2 guys that he fought, like the 2 martial arts guys in the 3rd movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
In the
third
glass,
movie.
the glass room.
Yeah, where they basically
Yes, the twins.
they tied basically, and he was just like, all right,
Yeah.
we'll do this again. It's those two guys. They're actually in the raid too. So, yeah, and it's bad ass.
I could have sworn those guys were also in Underground China with Kurt Russell. Damn it. What's the name of that movie?
Oh,
No, Big Trouble, Little China.
Little China. I could have sworn I saw them in that scene too when they were younger.
No.
No?
My God.
All right. We got to talk John Wick 4 real quick here. How awesome was a bow on this great present?
I'm so glad you asked that. Yeah, that made me happy.
And the way it ended, can't tell him, but it was just perfect.
The whole Osaka hotel. So
yes.
That made me happy.
The final,
I got a
final
weird
fight.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome how he did that. That was a great ending too.
It was a very gun nerd movie.
Yes.
And so, I've shot with the guy that supplies the guns for the movie. He's got his own shop. He's kind of a giant douche canoe, but that's okay. I would
never see Neo as a 9mm guy though.
The whole world is a 9mm world now.
That's true.
It's kind of the technology is anyway. But I appreciate. I have an appreciation for the old stuff. We don't have to be just an AR world. There are shotguns, there are lever guns, there are revolvers, there are bows.
Oh, and those phosphorus rounds. Oh my God, that was so awesome.
The dragon's breath.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, dude, that's like gun nerd shit. Although I know it appeared in Call of Duty.
You know what I appreciated was how they showed how they were affecting the bullets before they loaded them with phosphorus rounds.
Yeah.
They were showing people how they were making them. That was so cool. All right. Yeah. I don't want to, I know Hazel's foaming at the mouth now. So I just wanted to mention it that I did see it. And, you know what happened when I got home that night? I watched the original John Wick because I had to go back to the beginning and just watch it all over again. I was that hyped after I saw that movie. I think it got 95% from critics and 95% from audience. It was that good.
It was 10 of 10. It was a great movie. I was really impressed.
It's a 5-star for me. Yeah.
So I saw a thing about the dueling pistols. I saw a thing from the lady that engraved them. She said it was 85 hours to engrave them.
Really?
Yeah, not including polishing.
What a great work. That was such a great duel.
Pretty neat. Go see it. Would recommend.
Hazel definitely got to go see it.
Yeah, it's on my list. I was going to go last weekend, but I decided to play Destiny instead.
Dude, we went on a Wednesday night. You know how dead the theaters are on a Wednesday night, and the theater was sold out. I couldn't even get into the Dolby Theater. I couldn't get in. It was already booked. And I can pre-buy tickets. I could buy and reserve seats for a month in advance. And I didn't think it would be full on a weeknight. And it was sold out. So I had to watch it on the IMAX screen. I know, boohoo. But it doesn't have the recliners. It has just regular cloth, crappy seats. But it didn't matter. The sound was so good. Anyway. All right. Do we have any more for MC?
Yeah, we have one more from Rion. A question for Master of Ceremonies. Are you a rapper or new on the McDonald's menu?
I feel like I may need to apologize in advance because I feel like I should know what this means, but I don't. But we'll go with new on the McDonald's menu. How's that?
I like it.
Works for me. All right. We'll do a couple random life questions or something before we go, but I'm going to play. I got a 2-part one here from Scum Death, and it's timely, so I needed to play it this week. So here we go.
Hello, Scumdev here. Warcraft. Jack, shut up a minute. I'm trying to do a fucking important thing. Excuse me. Hello, Scumdev here. Question for the show. We Warcraft are on our way up to Nottingham, which is about 5 hours away, to do a gig. And we've got 2 hours away. We've got 2 hours up into Bristol, and Rich's car has decided to lock the brakes on. So we are stuck at a service station waiting for the recovery to see if they can help us. So my question for the show is, when was the last time you broke down and it really fucking pissed you off? Anyway, love ya. Bye.
All right, MC, spill it.
Oh man, the worst one I ever had. It was like 11 p.m. My wife and I are coming back, so her family lives on the East Coast, Georgia area, and we're driving back from Georgia. Like we're an hour outside of civilization still, and the water pump, like the drive for the shiv, the water pump freezes up on the inside of the truck, and it just like
belt smoke.
No, it like snapped the shaft off of.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, smoke coming out of the hood. Or all the lights start flashing. Trucks like, what the fuck? And so we get it pulled over, and I pop the hood and like clearly cannot put this back together. So anyway, we had to call a tow, and it was 11 p.m. and like I said, we were an hour outside of the little town where I lived and worked, and they had to call a driver from somewhere like an hour further away. It was like 3 a.m. before we got picked up, and they drug our ass in. Fortunately, we had left from work, so, oh yeah, here's another part of this fun story. So this tow driver, definitely on cocaine.
Oh no.
Like beat ass tow truck. And he drives me into a secure DOD facility, or like a secure defense contractor facility, at 3 a.m. in a beat ass tow truck, dragging my truck. And we go in and we get, the other car, and drove home with that. And I can't believe security didn't stop me. I'm a little concerned that they didn't, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Hazel, what do you got?
Wow. For me, it was rush hour traffic.
Did a guy back into you too? No, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was driving and this guy hit me from behind, and I said it was their fault. No,
don't do it. No,
no. But no, it was rush hour traffic, and it was like a 3-lane road, right lane going right, left lane going left, straight, center lane going straight. And I was in the center lane going straight, going to work. And I was at a red light, and my car just died in rush hour traffic. And place. I was backed up traffic for probably like a good 1.5 to 2 miles. Oof. And yeah, I got to meet a lot of like happy people. They
a lot of honking horns, I bet. A lot of fingers saying you're number one.
See some fingers? Yeah.
I did. I was like, oh, hi, that's a finger I've seen before. Yeah. Especially today.
Well, mine was just recently. I have a 2006 F-250, and it's paid off. It's been paid off for a long time. And I'm to that point now where it's getting up there in age and stuff's starting to break. And I just had all the fuel injectors replaced in this truck, and they're $200 each. And there's 8 of them. And, I said, okay, truck's good now for at least a couple of years. That'll buy me some time before I have to buy another truck. I really don't want to buy another truck. So I'm driving through the neighborhood doing route work. All of a sudden I have steam coming out my exhaust vent. I mean, my air conditioner vents. My truck's full of steam / smoke. I'm thinking I busted a head gasket because the truck just died and coasted. And of course, it was right in the middle of a neighborhood, and it was like a single lane to get out of the neighborhood. So I'm blocking the neighbor. I tried to get over. I was halfway on the curve, and it still was blocking people off. But it happened like it right at sunset, like the worst possible time. It was during rush hour, probably 5:30, 6 o'clock. And the tow truck driver had to come all the way, like what you said, MC, from a long way away. I was trying to get anybody who could grab the tow right away. And oh my God, it's just a dreaded, you're irritated as hell. Of course, I got on the phone with my mechanic right then, and I'm like, I got steam coming through my vents. I don't know what's going on. Turns out he didn't replace some of the injection sleeves. I didn't know there were sleeves. But I guess the injection sleeves, you have to replace some of those, and he missed a few of them, I guess. So yeah, long story short, it was a late night getting home. But just embarrassing. It's happening in the middle of a neighborhood that you service, you know?
Yeah.
So, oh man, I got a ton of breakdown stories, but that was the most recent. That just I went ballistic on. All right, let's grab a couple fun questions, Hazel, and then we'll call it a night, man.
Okay. All right. Okay, so a question from Theory. Has Destiny gone soft? Are they more concerned about the masses and not the small percentage of gamers that want even the base content to be challenging? Shouldn't greater difficulty guarantee greater rewards?
So how much did you pay Theory to send this question in? Just curious.
I did not pay him anything.
Okay. MC, what's your take, man?
I feel so. Did I hear that Theory is a psychologist? I feel like this is a social experiment.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stir the pot.
Yeah, this seems like a bear poke.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just say there's lots of different players in Destiny, and Bungie has to try to appease a majority of them. I'll leave it at that.
But yes, it has gone soft. And yes, they are concerned about the masses more than the small percentage, which isn't a bad thing. I understand.
It's a business. It's a business.
And yes, the greater difficulty should, guarantee greater rewards. I'll answer that the other two, took the high road and didn't.
Okay. There we go. All right. How about one more?
Okay. There we are.
Man, so many questions, Hazel.
Don't you fucking start.
I know there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, okay. Oh, wait. There's the free floating question for, oh, wait, you've already answered that one. Okay, cool. So Native, your question's already been answered.
What was that?
Question for MC. You being an archery master in Destiny, what is your favorite bow to use in PvE and PvP?
Yeah, he did answer that. Yeah.
Well, actually, I am going to expand on that. I really don't use bows in PvE because I spent so much fucking time with them in PvP that, like, my thumb and index finger fucking hurt. So I kind of, I've cut the bow time down a little bit. Side note, I guess, if you guys don't know about draw canceling, it's a thing. So,
yes, it is.
You want to keep your bow fully drawn. You can cancel your draw and then immediately redraw it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's, I think it's reload actually.
Same thing on us. Well, yeah. Bows is charge time. You can do that on
anyway.
fusion rifles, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
That's a thing that you want to do. But now you're pushing like 3 buttons at the same time. Turns out that makes my hands hurt.
Okay. I'm not taking notes at all, I promise.
We can just be a hunter and be able to hold it forever.
Oathkeepers is pretty... Dude, Solar Hunter Oathkeepers is pretty legit.
Yeah, I had fun using that.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay. There we are. All right. I'm thinking I'm going to go with this. I think this is a good one to go out on.
Okay.
Hades has a cowboy hat. Question for the show. Oh,
just like a gator level pause.
Yeah, man. He had me pause and I thought maybe his power went out.
I started looking at other
There's a lot of questions. I know. I was like, we'll focus on them.
External Barge has a question there. Mr. Dead Rabbit has a question. I'm like, damn it. SB6. I mean, it's like, damn it.
They're Aussie.
But you both being PvP mains and things like that, I would say. Hades has a cowboy hat. Question for the show. Have you tried the Crucible Labs? If so, what do you think? And I have a follow-up.
MC?
I have not. I'm sad to say. I don't think I've ever stepped foot in Crucible Labs. I think I've intended to, but just hasn't happened.
Very same answer for me. I've thought about doing it, but then never, I'm just very set in my ways on the games I like to play. Yep.
Okay. So you're old and crotchety. Okay.
Yeah.
So
basically,
MC. So why don't you go into Crucible Labs?
So it's really about, I guess when I'm playing Destiny, I'm accomplishing something, and I don't really know what I'm accomplishing or what I would accomplish.
Good point.
In Crucible Labs,
no reward really to do it.
There's no, if I'm playing PvE, I'm getting my pinnacles, I'm grinding to get my number up, whatever. If I'm playing PvP, I'm having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to go, I think it's cool that it exists. I wish I did do it because Bungie needs people to beta test for them. It's just life. It's always good if you can get your users.
Give us an emblem. Give us something for doing it. That's all.
Yeah, there needs to be something.
Official Bungie tester. I don't know.
Get another pinnacle. Give me a fucked up mountaintop.
There you go. Give us a B-rated one or something. I don't know.
Right, exactly.
Or even a weapon skin. My God, they can do so much with weapon skins.
Yeah.
They call it ornament skin.
Oh, yeah, I know. Okay.
So yeah, that was my question was, because I assumed that no one has because it's Crucible Labs.
Okay.
So then that's why I was going to follow it up with, and why is that?
Okay. Yeah, just no incentive. I mean, I love to give Bungie raw data, but I think we do that all the time anyway. There is a part 2 to the breakdown of the War Crab band, and that's what I was going to go out with tonight. I have not listened to this, so let's see what Uncle Scumdeath's follow-up question is.
Hello, Scumdeath here. Question for the show. This is sort of a part 2 of the question I sent earlier. We broke down at Bristol. We were 3 hours away from the gig. Warcrab is just about to do a gig tonight. And now it is 8 o'clock in the evening and I'm at home. So the gig didn't happen. Very disappointed. The brakes were failing. So it's rather than risk it 3 hours up the road, 3 hours further up the road and break down up there, we just thought we'd come home. So my question for the show is, when was the last time you really went for something and it never happened? It just went to shit. Tonight's gone to shit. So we're all going to pile back to our drummer's house, Rich, and get pissed. So fuck them. So yeah, when was the last time you planned something, everything meticulously planned, and it all went to shit? Goodbye. Love you, bye. Love you, bye.
Oh, Uncle. Wow. You got an answer, MC?
The best one I can come up with is, I guess, the dating stories, I suppose, but those ended up in me meeting my wife and marrying her. So
that's good.
Maybe it all works out in the end. You're welcome, everybody.
There you go. What do you think, Hazel?
Yeah, I'm kind of along the same lines. I mean, last time that I shit, man. Every time I plan something, it goes to shit. So,
yeah, I mean that's half. I would say it's about 5% of my work days. You have a full plan of what you want to try to get done for the day, and then the truck won't start. You're like, okay, I'm going to have to adapt to this, and I guess I'm going to use my personal vehicle today. Okay, that's the way it's going to be. So yeah, that happens a lot. And you just learn to roll with it. It's so frustrating because I'm set in my ways. I'm old and crotchety, but yeah, it happens a lot. So I feel you. I feel you, Uncle Scumdeath. I know those days, man. Sorry you guys weren't able to play. Well, hey everyone. Thank you for sending your questions into the show. I mean, we could do the show for 5 hours. We would answer everyone's questions, but we have to respect everyone's time here. So if we didn't get to your question, we just know that we don't erase the questions and we draw from them every week. So especially our newer members of our Discord, thank you for sending a question in. I know It's kind of tough to reach out in a new community and send a question into a show, but we see you. We see you out there. So keep throwing questions our way. And, we'll get to it, as we can. We just appreciate you have the interest to throw the questions into the show. All right. I haven't said this in a long time, man. Mr. Fudd, take it away.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah, Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
All right, boys and girls, it's a final segment of our show. This is where we pick our song for our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. It's a little sample of what two of us and our guest here listen to, and we invite you to listen to it as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify. I know we have a podcast there too. This is the music playlist, stands right next to it. And we do have it on Apple Music as well for all you Apple users out there. I'll post special links for all that in our show description down below. We now have 1,093 songs representing all of us and all of our past guests. Think of it as a musical history of our podcast ever since July of 2019. And I will start with you, Mr. MC Squared. What'd you pick for us tonight?
So I picked Exhausted from the first Foo Fighters album. This is a song that I just love. It's such a good song.
Oh, man.
I love that like weird fuzz, that lo-fi sound, and somebody just smashing drums in the background. I got a man crush on Dave Grohl. So anyway,
Doesn't everybody?
It hits me in lots of places, you know.
You know,
Not all
Dave.
of them
On this very
for
first
radio.
album. This very first album, Dave Grohl mixed all those songs separately into an album.
I heard that. I heard he
played all of it
for the demo tape. He played 100% of it, and the record company had to go find him a band.
Isn't that something? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a hell of a thing.
He had just left Nirvana, or Nirvana had broken up, and he was twiddling his thumbs at home and said, "I got to do something here," and that's how the Foo Fighters were born. Great story, man. I saw you pick that. That was a great pick, man. All right, Hazel.
He's jealous. Don't let him fool you.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous you figured that. I have so many songs from Foo Fighters I can pick, and I try not to be too repetitive, but yeah, it was a great pick, man. Great.
I had
album.
to go check the playlist to make sure it wasn't already there.
There's a lot of Foo Fighters in there, but not that one. That's an OG pick, man. That was a good one. All right, thanks, MC. Hazel, what'd you pick for tonight, man? I think I saw you just popped it in here.
Yep, I was trying to find it, and I finally found it. So, I went with the theme to Airwolf, actually. It's been in my head all night with the synth and everything. So, yeah, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, congratulations. You get to listen to this, and
you'll be in your head.
Wow.
That was a good show.
I have no idea about the show. All I remember is the helicopter, blowing a bunch of shit up, and then the theme song, basically.
Right, I'm going to really date everyone here. Does anybody remember the TV show Buck Rogers?
Motherfucker, no.
Okay, I'm old. Okay.
I mean, I know the name, but sorry.
It was in the 80s. Yeah, never mind. It's okay. My feelings aren't hurt. Man, I picked an icon tonight, and I'm amazed. I don't think I have any of this guy's music in our playlist. This gentleman left Genesis in 1975, where he launched a solo career that is still going on to this day. This man is 73 years old now, still making music. And, let's see. He's won 3 Brit Awards, winning Best British Male 87, 6 Grammys, 13 MTV Video Music Awards. He was, given the Ivor Novello Award, the Man of Peace Award from the Nobel Peace Prize laureates in 2006. Man, this guy's done everything. And he's very, very much a politically charged musician as well. He was very big in the 80s. It had a profound impact on my teenage years, but like I said, he just put out a brand new single, just this month, actually. And it is, the gentleman from Chobham, England. It's Mr. Peter Gabriel. And he has a new single called The Court. Got to listen to it. It reminds me of his older stuff. Really, really good song. All right. Before we go and, to our announcements, one of our Patreons picked a song tonight for song choice, and it is, Mr. Raffi. So let's see what he chose for his song choice for the month.
Hey, yo, it's Raf. So for my Patreon song choice of the month or whatever the thing is, I don't know. I was just told I have to do this. I don't mind. It's fun. I'm going to pick Just Pretend by Bad Omens. I kind of heard this song on Sirius XM Octane. It just kind of started playing over and over again, and I just got a good taste for the song. It's a really good song. Of course, it's a little heavier, so if that's not your cup of tea, then I won't judge you for it. But, we love it. I love it. Definitely recommend listening to that. But thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Rafi. And that is a perk you have if you're a certain tier in our Patreon. So thank you. We'll put that in our playlist. And just a few announcements before we go for the show here. A little housekeeping. Next week, Hazel and I have our question of the month answer episode. We're going to be reading out, or not reading out, but we'll be playing some of the answers for the question of the month. And that question was, whether you like the campaign or not, what would you have liked to have seen in the new Destiny 2 Lightfall? And I'm going to play one here real quick. We played one from Arisen Phoenix last week. And here is one from Mr. Monkey.
Had Hey guys, Mr. Monkey here, and it's question of the month time for March. What is the one thing that I would like to have seen or would like to have had added to Lightfall? I guess there's three things really. I would have liked to have spent a bit more time with the Cloud Striders and understood their backstory a bit more throughout the story. Especially as, spoiler alert, one of them snuffs it halfway through. It would have been nice to understand a little bit more about them so that loss felt meaningful. Number two was, I wish we'd have got Strand earlier. I think that's a fairly common sentiment amongst the community widely. It felt that it would have been nice to have got Strand right at the start of the story, and we got to play with it a lot more rather than getting it for 15 minutes and then going back to missing people with Nova bombs or whatever else you choose to run throughout the campaign. And I guess the third and final thing is, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that we don't have matchmaking in higher level activities. With the removal of Adept skill bracket within Nightfall specifically, I think the fact that there's only one match-made option seems ridiculous, with the fact that other than the power level difference, there isn't a great deal of complexity change between the different levels of Nightfalls, albeit Grandmasters are slightly different kettle of fish, but it just seems silly that there's only one match-made level within that, so hopefully they'll change that. That's it. Slightly more rambly answer than normal. Love you, Grove. Love the show, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Monkey. Sorry to get a cough out. It was just lingering. All right. So next week we will be playing the remaining answers for our question of the month, and we're going to have a drawing for a $25 Amazon gift card for everyone involved, but our SpeakPipe answers will be entered into an additional drawing for some podcast merch, which you can get, by the way, from designedbyhumans.com. Just search for Guardian Downcast, and you can choose through all kinds of cool little stuff. All right. We have a brand new Patreon to mention tonight. A new shout out to our tip jar patron, Dad McNasty, is now part of our Patreon community. Welcome, sir.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Good deal.
I did Pit of Heresy with Dad McNasty the other night.
Yeah. He's very active in the Discord. I haven't gamed with him yet.
Yeah.
But, yeah, nice guy.
I have. Yeah. He's a good guy.
Good deal. Just to give a quick shout out to our Dungeon Champion patrons, that would be Scoot, Oh Hey Redneck, Technical, Toll the Bell, Waffle, Rafi, and of course our OG Raid Boss patrons. That would be Jealous, Frostbite, Average Destiny 2 Player, and Theory. Thank you, gentlemen, for giving back to our community. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you all.
Quick thank you to all our Patreon members out there. You know who you are, MC Squared. Your giving back to our show and community has been great. Hazel and I really thank you. Because of our patrons, you can enjoy our podcast commercial free, and hopefully you're enjoying the bonus content that we've released. And just had an episode released a couple weeks ago. Hold on one sec. I have got something in my throat. It's just killing me. So stay tuned. We do this podcast for the love of the game and more importantly for all of you that listen. So thank you. And if you received any value from our podcast today and you're interested in giving back to our community, check out patreon.com/support Guardian Downcast. The link will be in our show description down below. We got different tiers. You get a special badge in our Discord. And, you get to visit the Patreon lounge. And, Hazel, what's the instructions in there? I can't remember.
I'm not going to say it.
Okay. Then I won't say it either. So thank you to all our awesome members. All right. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. Anything you had to mention, Hazel?
Not at the moment. I will be posting a scrim, coming up in a little bit. I just need to finalize date kind of thing.
Sounds good. Well, just look in the Discord and Hazel will put something together there very soon. Keep an eye out for that. And that's it, guys. Another episode in our collection for our listeners out there. We have 192 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. So take a look at those, especially if you're just finding out about us. And if you like what you hear, do us a favor and tell a friend about us. MC Squared, man, I was actually messaging Hazel earlier in the show, and I said, this is going to be a really great show. Thanks, man, for coming on tonight. Well thought out answers, and I had a great time tonight, man. Thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you guys. I had a good time, too. Appreciate it.
Yeah, very good.
This has been fun. This has really been fun.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, that was fun.
It has been. Yeah, it went a little long tonight, but it was good conversations, that's for sure. So did you want to give a shout out to anyone in the community, or did you want to tell folks where they can find you, sir?
You can find me on Discord. I'm MC Squared. That's about it. I'm not a streamer. I don't have any fancy stuff.
That's cool.
Shout out to the Owl Sector Alliance. You guys are doing cool stuff. You know, all the guys, Guardian Hub, Potato Thumbs, Blueberry Lounge. Hope I didn't leave anybody out. Guardian Downcast. Two Titans and Hunters. There we go.
Good deal.
Yeah. I mean, this is a neat thing. Got a bunch of good people that can all play together here. So that's cool. Shout out to you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Got a good thing going here. I love it. I'd love just checking in every morning and saying hi to everybody. All right. Hazel, where can people find you, sir?
Quick and easy. Hazel NT in all the places.
You can find me on Twitter at Todd the Gator. Remember, that's 2 Ds and GATR. You can find me on Steam, PS5, and I got a YouTube channel. It's Todd the Gator, spelled the same way, where I'm creating videos for newer players out there, trying to figure out all the little things in this game we all love. I have a podcast called the Destiny Help Desk. It's basically an audio form of the videos that I release on my channel for those of you who don't watch or see YouTube. And I did just want to mention a couple of milestones for me this week. I have surpassed 2,000 subs. That just is so humbling to hear that and see that. And 400,000 views. So I was very proud of our community and everything that's been going on since, I think, August of 2022 is when I started this thing. So it's just really been great. And I want to mention one more thing, that I do have channel memberships now. It's something that YouTube has offered, and it's nothing crazy. It's just, if you want to sub to the channel and you want to become a channel member, you'll have a special icon next to your name. And anytime you comment on a video, and of course on my live streams, which I'll be doing this weekend, doing a raid, you also have some perks there as well, some extra emotes and stuff. So check that out. If you're interested, just look at that join button down below the videos when you're watching them. All right. That means it's time for a Scumdeath's Corner. Uncle Scumdeath, what is going on in the UK today, brother?
Hello, and welcome to Scumdeath's Corner. Guess what? I'm not walking home from band practice. I'm walking home from the Plymouth City Council Star Awards, where I was a winner. I won the Customer Service Award for being awesome in front of the general public, I suppose. I don't know who nominated me, but I won. So I've come away with a certificate and a trophy, which is a glass engraved with my name on, glass star. Yeah, with my name on. So, yeah, not too bad, actually, eh? Yeah, it was all a bit harsh and all that. They had a big harp player playing the harp as we walked in. That was quite impressive. But, yeah. Not too bad at all. It's nice to be appreciated sometimes. You don't get very much appreciation in life, really. So, what do you do? So, happy days. It's only a little short one, but I've had a good day. So I think me and the missus now are going to go and watch a film. Or not go to the cinema and watch a film. It's going to sit in and get some Netflix on and chill out. So I shall love you all and leave you. Anyway, love you all. Goodbye.
I just love it when good people get recognized for what they do. Good deal. Thank you, Uncle Scumdeath. Hey, everyone. Remember, as you're playing the Season of Defiance, take breaks, go outside and touch grass every so often. Yes, that means you too, Hades. Hey, continue to be safe, everyone. And more importantly, hey, take care of one another. Life's too damn short.
Defeat is not surrender, Guardian.
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Get toddled.
Y'all come back now.
See, the man's got it down. He knows how this works. Awesome.
Yep.
Hello, you have reached Ryan's phone. Unfortunately, he can't answer it because I have him tied up in my basement with a ball gag in his mouth. If you leave a message after the tone, then I may release the ball gag and let him answer you, but it's up to me, so I may not. It's always up to me. Love you, goodbye.
I just heard arrow to the face and I'm back in the cover, bitch.
I appreciate the PvP-ness.
Mm-hmm.